What is up, everyone? Gamer Live Studio here, back at it with another off the top video. And today we got some things we need to talk about and cover, but mainly the whole Microsoft and Xbox giving us a unsuspected surprise bomb drop where they announced that they are raising their console prices yet again. And this didn't happen not that long ago. I remember when they was talking about how they want to upcharge from $70 games to 80, and then they have to double back down, right, to going back to $70. But then they're like, hey, then we'll just double down on our consoles and we're going to keep raising those prices up, which is even more insane. So I don't know what's going on, but again, I got some theories and speculations here that I will share with you guys, and this is based off of my own opinion and nobody else's. I do put my ears to the ground on a couple of channels and stuff and listening and stuff, but I came up with my own conclusion on this. And again, is not just only Microsoft, but again, who knows, maybe even PlayStation might even raise the prices even more. I don't know. This is going to be, it's a pretty much a wild generation, pretty much, for the console side of things right here. We got that to talk about. Also the Xbox handheld and stuff. We'll touch base on that. The game sales for Helldivers, and there's another rumor that's speculating that where we might can see Horizon Zero Dawn make its way towards Xbox. I'll give you my opinions on that. And finally, we got Marlin Gaming and Dreamcast Guy towards the end of this video so we can react and laugh and make fun of these stupid clowns that basically they don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they're glazing over all of these consoles and stuff and doing damage controlling over console wars. And again, the console wars are over, okay? I think in the past couple of weeks, couple of months, I think every narrative that all of these PlayStation fanboys have been stated was absolutely wrong. And I may not have a story for this on my thing, but I will touch on this, where I think was the Xbox Series S that claims that it was holding back the console generation, but it was actually helping developers to learn how to optimize their games to optimize the rest of the games, which I guess is not the consoles holding back, is the developers holding back. So I'll touch on that when we get to the the console rumors and stuff like that, what's been going on. So that's pretty much the rundown, so just letting you guys know. So again, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into this video itself, because for me, if you haven't tell, a kind of a hot mess, tired, been doing some things, right? Yeah, play some games here and there, but I've been doing some other stuff too. I've been on Kick lately and just working on some really cool stuff. I got a mini PC. I don't know if you see it, but I'll just unplug it real quick since it's just right over here. See, I got a nice mini PC. This is the GM Tech. I think it was the G10, which is really nice. I like this, but I use it for again, for streaming on Kick. That's what I've been doing. So I've been testing it out and just getting my configurations. So again, it's not ready yet. I'm doing a live stream test for about 5 days. Just want to see how it goes for that, and seeing how, what I'm going to be doing, making changes, and then it should be up and ready by next year. So there's that. So I'm kind of a mess. I'm tired. I've been doing some stuff. And also I've been going back and feeling nostalgia. I've been playing some Skyrim lately. Yes, I always do this every year. I go back to Skyrim. For some strange reason, it always calls me back. For real. It really do. Oh my god, it's crazy. But anyway, let's get into the video itself, where unexpected surprise, Microsoft is raising the Xbox console prices in the US again. 5 months after its last price increase. It had only been like 5 months. Like, it's like, holy shit, like, this is crazy. So let's go take a look at it together. So the Series S for 512 gigabytes is a whopping $400. Before, it was, the last one was like 380, and then after that was about, when it first launched, it was only like $300. Shit, man. I tell you one thing, if you got the S right now, hold on to that shit. Or, like, again, you can, man, there's, okay, let's just go over the prices, then I'll talk about it. And then the Series S, the 1 terabyte, now is $450. It was $430. And then before, when it launched, it was only $350. Damn, man. Whoever got this shit at launch, $350 wasn't a bad deal. That was pretty good. The Xbox Series X digital one now is $600, which is fucking crazy. Like, goddamn, bro. You're pretty much just already in the point of, like, when you get to this point right here, anything above $500, like anything above $500 right now, you're pretty much already screaming into PC territory right now. In my opinion, that's where it is. Like, you can literally build something for like $600, $700, $800, especially for last gen, for AM4 platforms. You could easily spend a good $600 and get a pretty good build off of it too, and play a lot of games and stuff. So now the Series X digital is $600. That is insane. And I think it was before, it was $550. And it was, I think at launch was like $450. Damn. Shit went up. And then the Xbox Series X with the disc drive now is $650. It was $600. When it was launched, it was only like $500. Jesus Christ. And then this is the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black, which I wouldn't buy it personally. Personally, if I was to buy any console, right, out of both PlayStation and Xbox, I will still buy the Xbox consoles. And most likely, I would have at least picked up this one for the 1 terabyte. If I'm cheap, I'll just go with this one, because I only play like certain games anyway. I'm not like some Call of Duty like or some FIFA bullshit. Like, I do play other games and I can just uninstall it and reinstall it if I feel like it. So, but most likely I would have hit right here and got this price at launch. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't care about the Xbox Series X, unless if I got the physical games that I have. If I have the physical like games for my old games and stuff like that, my disc, then I would probably most likely would have gotten this one right here. The digital one, I probably will skip that. Just get this one for $500. You know, it's crazy. You know, if you look at the launch prices from right here, from like $500 to this, it's crazy. And then again, the terabyte 2 Galaxy Black, 2 terabyte Galaxy Black is like $800, which is absolutely insane. For 2 terabytes for $800, for about $800, you can easily build a PC at that point. Like, you know, it was $730 now, and when it was originally launched, it was like $600. That's crazy. Shit is went up, it's not going down. I guess they said something like the Microsoft says the prices of the controller and headset will remain the same, and console prices in other countries outside of the US will also remain unchanged. So basically, they're only doing it in the US and not other countries. Usually it'd be the opposite, where other countries get hit and the US doesn't get hit. But it seems like, you know, we're getting hit and other countries are not getting hit. But the only thing that's a silver lining here, that the controllers and headset will remain the same, so that's not going to get a bump up. So it's just only the consoles and stuff like that are getting a price bump. And it wasn't that long ago. Like, again, at the end of the day, this is still an L at the end of the day, right? You know, I'm not here to damage control, defend a corporation and stuff, and I'd be critical or criticizing them on it. And again, they could easily took in the fucking loss. Like, you know, Microsoft and Xbox, especially Microsoft, and, you know, the CEO, I forgot his name. Is it fuck, what was his name? I know Phil, you know, Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond is in charge of the Xbox division, and Matt Booty. They're in charge of the Xbox division and that side. And I think Microsoft is Satya Nadella is in charge of Microsoft, that CEO. Again, I mean, they could have easily taken a loss. They have way more money than even Sony and any other, you know, like Sony and Nintendo. They have a shit ton of money. They're up in the trillion range. They're not in the million range. They're not in the billion range. They're in the trillions. So they could easily taken a loss for this. But they're not doing it. Unless, like, again, there's some other reasons behind it. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's still an L regardless at the end of the day. I think these corporations, and again, it's not just, you know, Microsoft is doing it, but it's also PlayStation has done it as well, and they raised their prices, right? And I think a lot of these PlayStation fanboys have said once upon a time ago was, oh, PlayStation is such a good guy. They'll never raise prices. They got more console sales than Xbox. Blah, 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 blah. And then guess what? Boom. They got slapped with, like, oh, they're raising prices now. You know, like, they're going to do it too. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is doing it. Most likely, maybe PlayStation might be doing it again as well. I'm just saying, hey, it is what it is. So, you know, but again, I'm not damaging control. It is what it is. It's still an L for Microsoft, a big fat L. And they could have easily taken the loss. And I don't know why would they want to raise their console prices for. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I do not know. But again, I'm on PC, so I moved away from consoles. But if I was to buy it at launch, again, I would have most likely just brought in this one right here, the 1 terabyte one. This one. Easily. And I would have been okay. I don't need something this. I just get something that I can't afford, and it's way more easier for me to buy and whatever. But I move away from that. I'm on PC anyway, so this doesn't affect me. Now, who does it affect? It only affects the people that didn't brought a console. Either one of these consoles. No matter if we're talking about, you know, between both of them, you know, whether it's you know, PlayStation, you know, Sony and PlayStation, or Microsoft and Xbox, like those people are being affected by this. If you already have the console already, right, then just hold on to it and take care of it. And like I said, and I reiterated from the last video ago when we was talking about where Microsoft was raising their prices. And again, there's ways that you can go about this. Again, you can sit here and cry and damage control. Like, again, I don't do that, because there's no point in me crying about it. It is what it is. Then you're gonna have to work your way around and say, okay, what do I want to do? If you already have the console already and you're enjoying it, especially on Xbox side, just be happy that you just got the console and just take care of it. That's all you gotta do. Okay? It's no different from PC. If you take care of your PC parts and you take care of your shit, it's gonna last for quite some time. Like, you're not gonna have a problem. I have this PC for well over 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. I took care of my PC. Really good care of it. I cleaned it. I put new thermal paste every year. I clean out the fans. I vacuum out the stuff. I wipe down the GPU. I do a refresh. I'm gonna be doing it again even this year, because I have to upgrade my Windows 11 OS, because it's 23H2. So I'm gonna do a clean install later on in around like Christmas time, when we're on like Christmas break and stuff. I'm going to reinstall it to put in a brand new 24H2 update. Or if I can, I might skip a version and go to 25H2, which is the latest one. So I might be thinking about doing that. So doing a whole reinstall refresh to it. So that's my plans of doing it. So, but again, I take care of it. I know what I'm doing with it, and my things will last for a long time. If you take care of your consoles right now, treat it with respect, clean it, take care of it, you're gonna be just fine. Nothing to really freak out. And again, if you are going to be planning on saying, okay, you know what, if next generation consoles, since all these consoles are they're getting more and more expensive, right? They're getting more expensive, right? Then you got to ask yourself this. Is it time for you to move on to PC? Now, personally, for me, right, that I'm telling you, and my advice, if you're not familiar with PC, I suggest start with something small and simple first to get used to it and understand how to operate a PC, then invest the money into buying a PC. Because, like, again, a lot of people might act like I know what a PC is and blah, 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 da, da, da. Look, it's a whole different ball games than consoles, okay? Let me tell you something. These consoles, they update shit for you. When you're on PC, you gotta do shit for yourself. There is no, like, what you do is, yeah, you update your security and all that shit, and your drivers and, your graphics card drivers. But anything that you do on that is on you. You have to know what you're doing and know how to take care of it. Okay, nobody else ain't gonna come in and help you and all that stuff. So you're gonna have to look up videos on, like, okay, how to clean up a drive, how to do this, how to do that. The more you do and learn and mess around with it, the easier it is going to become. So if you've been on console for mostly all of your life, I would not recommend you to go to PC and build a whole damn rig. I would recommend starting off with something like small like this. I wouldn't say as small, but a little bit powerful. Start with this first to learn what a PC is like, how to build it and stuff. You can still play games even with this small little device like this, or you can get something a bit bigger, more powerful. You can get something a bit more powerful for like almost pretty much the same cost as like this. If you're spending this right here, the digital one, for like 600, you can easily get a powerful little mini PC like this that can play AAA games and do everything else that you're spending the same amount of money that you're spending right here. You know what I'm saying? I suggest go with something like this, something small first to get used to it, to understand how to work it, and then when you feel comfortable enough with this, then go out there and spend money and really drop money to build on an actual PC rig. That's my recommendation for someone out there that's been on console all their life and never really fuck around with a PC. That's my advice. If you have already dabbled with PC, like here and there, like you're pretty much like there, should you start from there? No, you can most likely go ahead and build yourself a rig for that money and whatever. But if you're really, really unfamiliar, I suggest go get a small little mini PC. You're spending about $600 or something dollars. Look at the reviews, check to make sure that, hey, can it play AAA games here and there comfortably? Can it do this and this and that? Okay, get something like that first, play around with that for a couple of years, and then say, okay, I'm ready to buy like actual computer parts. So when I put this together, I know what to do. Or like, again, if you're lazy, you can go to Micro Center and have them build it together. But at least the software and everything that you tinker around with the small PC, you kind of already understand like how to maintain it and operate it and how to do stuff. Real simple. That's what my advice for you, for anybody else out there that's been on console for too long, because PC is a different ball game. I'm gonna just let you know right now, it is a different ball game. But it's not that hard if you start doing it every single day, if you play on your PC every single day and learn more and more stuff, it starts to become really, really easy to maintain and do what you got to do. It's not that hard to deal with it. So, yeah. And also, like, again, you have to look at it like this. And I said this in my last video, but I'm going to say it again. If they raising their prices and you still have this console, that means this console value just went up. So in retail, so when you resell this shit, you don't have to resell it at, like, you know, when it was at launch at this price. You could pretty much, like, you know, well at launch at this price, you could pretty much sell this right here for this price, or even a bit less. Like, say, okay, I'll sell this for you for $350. You know what I'm saying? And they will still buy it. The used marketplace will still buy it. You will get all your money back and make extra money on top of it. So if you already have any one of these consoles right now, just be glad and just take care of it, and be glad that, hey, if they raise up their prices and if I want to resell this, I'm going to make my money back and then some. Think of it as a good opportunity. Think about it like, if you're going to transition into PC anyway and you're ready to sell this, most likely, because guess what? When GTA 6 comes out, which that's going to be our next topic, but when GTA 6 starts to come out and you're like, okay, I'm ready to transition from my console and going into PC, but I need money for that. I saved up some money, but I need more money. So if you already got a console laying around, no matter if you even got a PlayStation as well, you know, right here, if you got a PlayStation, right, you could sell it for getting all of your money back, and then whatever money that you have, you saved up, you could put that together and go get yourself a PC. Like, again, I said before, just remember, just get something, a smaller device. Like, if you've been messing around with consoles and you never mess with a PC, start with something small, work your way up. That's my advice. When you're starting from, if you already dabble with PC, you're already familiar with it, then you can go and just build yourself a rig, go to Micro Center or whatever, and you're getting all your money back. So really, think of it as a positive. I wouldn't look at it like it's still bad. It's regardless, because this is only affecting people that's going to go out there to buy this, like, that hasn't brought a console in their life. Neither one of these consoles. That's who the people that is affected. But for the people that already have the console, it's not going to affect you. And plus, on top of that, like, again, a couple of people that I know, or, you know, better yet, that is going to be ready to transition into PC anyway, look at it like this. If you already take care of it and you take care of it really well, and when you start to say, hey, I'm going to transition to PC this coming, you know, like coming next year, so when GTA 6 comes out, if you sell this right there at that time, like on eBay or whatever, like a couple of months before GTA release, most likely the used marketplace, they will buy this at this price or even a little bit less, and you make your money back and you make extra money without even having to upcharge people, and you're giving them a good price. Because if they go to the store, they're going to spend $400 for it, and then plus GTA 6, they got to spend another $70-$80. Or they can say, hey, I can go find it in the used marketplace, you know, a couple of months before, you know, whatever. I can get it for $350 or even $340, $330. Get that, and then I already got a used, you know, Xbox or a used PlayStation, whatever. And then I can buy GTA without breaking the bank. Because if you buy it with this plus that, you're spending almost $480 easily. Almost damn near $500. But if you go into the used market and say, hey, if I buy the console and the controller and whatever stuff that I need, then buying the game, it ain't gonna break the bank for me. You might can get away with just saying, hey, I only spent like $320 for a Series S, which is plenty, and I get a free controller with it. But then on top of that, all I have to do is just go out there and buy the game, so I'm only spending $400. $400 is better than spending what, 500 and something dollars, right? 500 and something dollars, that's like brand new. But if you get it used, and like again, if you already have the console, you can make your money back and then some. So look at it that way. That's how I look at it. Because if let's say hypothetically, if I did have the console, right? Let's say I had the Series X, right? Since this is the value that I have and I'm ready to go transition to PC, I pretty much will make my money back, because I probably will sell it for like what? Maybe like $600, or I could just sell it at $550, which is not that far from almost to the launch price. If I sell it between there and there, most likely somebody is going to buy that before they're going to go out to the store and drop $650. $550 or $650, which one is better? So I'm pretty sure they're going to buy my stuff before they even go to the store. And if I keep it in good condition and I give them the free controller, which is not, it's not a bad thing for me. Give them the controller for free. Boom. And then they'll buy it. And then all I have to do is just take the money that I just made from $550, and then whatever money that I saved up, boom, I got enough money to go to Micro Center and just build me a PC, and I can play whatever games that I want. You know, so you got to look at it like that way. It's a positive, but it's still a massive L regardless. But it's crazy how they are raising prices, and this is where, like I just mentioned, is going to be for Grand Theft Auto 6. I think this is where both of these companies right here, this is where they're going to be making their money, because most likely, like again, for the people that are not into like gaming and PC gaming or console gaming and stuff, they're not in the news, or they don't watch your channel, my channel, or whoever, right? They're just like an average consumer. They got other stuff they worried about instead of gaming stuff, right? They're not into. So most likely, they're just going to go out to the store and go get a brand new console. They're going to see the price. They're going to say, damn, this is just high. Is there a cheaper one? They're most likely going to go with the lowest console, which is the lowest one right now currently. The lowest one is that Series S for 500 gig. For 400 and something dollars, a lot of people are going to pick that up before they even start thinking about picking up this. Same thing for PlayStation, because the PlayStation, right, they raised up their prices, right? From the digital one, now it costs $500. Then you want the disc one, $550. This one is only $400. You're saving $100 right there. And then if you're spending GTA, which is going to be $70 to $80, you're almost spending about $500 right there just by itself. So they most likely going to go for this before they even go with a PS5. Because when you get a PS5, even though the cheapest one on here is this $500 one, right? This is $500. And I'm pretty sure they also, I forgot to mention this, but they also reduced the storage on the original PlayStation 5 and the digital one. So remember when they used to optimize the storage and make it almost like a terabyte drive? Now they de-optimize it, and I think it's also in other countries, but it's also going to be in the US as well, that now it's going to be like 800 and something gigabytes. And they're raising their prices, which is absolutely insane. So now you're spending $500, plus you got to spend for GTA, that's another $70 to $80 right there by itself. So basically you're almost spending like $600, because then plus tax on top of it, that's $600. So really the cheapest one out of all of these is still going to be the Series S for 512 gigabyte one for $400. That's like your best bet to get into playing, you know, GTA 6. Because GTA 6 is going to be released on, you know, on these consoles right here. So no Nintendo Switch. Because if they said they're going to release it on the Nintendo Switch, it would have been here. They're not going to release it on the Nintendo Switch. Okay? It's going to be on the PS5. Note to self that it didn't even say PS5 Pro. Note to self. Keep that in mind. They don't even have a PS5 Pro. It's just say base PS5. and this is the Xbox Series S and X. This basically tells me that this game is going to be running at 30 FPS. It will. So I just want to make sure it's clear to everyone. Okay? And especially because everybody's going to get some misinformation about this. Or they're going to believe in some idiot that's out there like Marlon Gaming or Dreamcast Guy or anybody else that's fucking glazing over the possibility that GTA 6 is going to be running at 60 FPS if you buy the PlayStation Pro. I'm just letting you know right now, it's not happening. It is not happening. This game is not going to run. Knowing that this Pro is costing $750 without a fucking stand, you don't get the stand nor the disc drive. Those are extra you gotta cost. Okay? Those are extras. And that's not even the game itself. So you gotta buy the game, and if you want the drive and want this, you're spending upwards to almost damn near $800 to $900 easily at that point. Just so you can play this game at 60 FPS, I'm letting you know right now. For anyone that's out there spreading that misinformation and glazing over that bullshit, you are being misled. You are being misled. Do not believe in any of these fucking clowns. Like I said, I got a PC, so I know how this works. I know how Rockstar works. Okay? Let's not forget, I made videos about how GTA 6 was going to get delayed. Guess what happens? GTA 6 got delayed till 2026. Everybody told me on that video I was a clown. I didn't know what I was talking about. All this bullshit. But clearly I know more about Rockstar than what these fucking people know, like, because they listen to all these idiots that be putting out these GTA fucking 6 videos every single day. All these people that putting out GTA 6 videos don't know shit about GTA. The only people that really knows about GTA is the people that put out less videos of GTA fucking 6. I know how this shit works. I brought almost damn near every Grand Theft Auto fucking game. You telling me I don't know how Rockstar works? I been know how they work. But clearly, the people that are regurgitating some garbage bullshit or gobbledygook about GTA 6 clearly don't know what they're talking about. And then when I made that video, when they got fucking delayed, I got some apologies saying, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't. Damn. I guess I was wrong, and I made fun of this person and saying all this dumb shit to him. He clearly knows what the fuck he's talking about." Yes, I do. So stop it. So I'm gonna let you know right now, and I'm making this fucking clear. Again, do not fall for that fucking garbage bullshit from any of these fucking glazing ass PlayStation fanboys or these fucking fucking ponies out there sniffing on this dust, thinking that this game is gonna run at 60 FPS. It is not. It is going to run at 30. It is going to run at 30. And the evidence is literally right here, and it's crystal clear. You see how it says coming in May 2026? And you see it right here. Base PS5, not PS5 Pro. Because if PlayStation had any affiliation with Rockstar or pay money or whatever, you know damn well PlayStation would have loved to pay extra just so they could put the fucking PS5 Pro logo. But you see clearly it is only the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. The S model. The lower tier model. So what is that going to tell you? It's going to run at 30 FPS. I just want to make sure it's clear. We all on the same page? Good. I just want to make sure it's clear. Because I don't want to hear that bullshit later on. Like, oh, you know, like, because everybody now is regretting buying the PS5, the PlayStation 5 Pro. Because obviously, Sony and Mark Cerny doesn't know shit about their own fucking console nor their technology, and they can't do a damn thing because their PSSR is straight up trash. I hate to say it. You know, say as you will about Xbox raising their prices, that's a fucking L. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: they ain't coming out here trying to make up some promising bullshit of like, oh, here's our Xbox SSR, you know, and this shit is gonna upscale the game and make it look pretty, and all this stuff, you know, like they're not doing that. They're just raising their prices. Fucking PlayStation, they're like, yeah, no, this PSSR is gonna help this, do that, and it hasn't done jack shit. For real. Paying $700 and something for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Same CPU, just a little bit slightly better graphics card. That's all it is. You need both. You need both. Grand Theft Auto is literally CPU intensive. It's not just GPU, it is CPU intensive. Okay? I just want to make sure it's clear. Crystal clear. And this is where I'm going back to right here. Like, again, average consumers, again, may not watch these videos and watch your videos. Most likely, they're just going to run out there and go get the console, and they're going to pick up any one of these consoles. And I think that's why they're raising these prices, because guess what? GTA 6 is going to be coming out when? Next year. So they said, okay, hey, let's raise our prices up for the people that didn't brought the next generation consoles. Because guess what? All those people are still on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and 1S and 1X. You know, right? They're still on that. So if they want to play GTA, which is going to be releasing on PS5 and, you know, the Xbox Series S and X, they're going to have to get this console because they're going to be missing out. So, of course, what are they going to do? They're going to sell their old console, their PlayStation 4, their PlayStation 4 Pro, or whatever their old Xbox One S, One X console. They're going to sell it. They're going to take that money, that little bit of money, save it up, and then they're going to get one of these consoles. They're going to find the cheapest one. So the cheapest one for PlayStation is going to be for $500, and the cheapest one here, like current prices right now, is going to be this $400 one. That's what they're going to do first. If they feel ballsy, they might go step it up to 1 terabyte or go with this one for $600. But they're gonna play this game regardless. At any means necessary, they will pick up this. They will pick up a console for this game because they don't want to miss out. Okay, they don't want to miss out because everybody's gonna be playing it. Everybody's gonna be talking about it, and guess what? Everybody's gonna be live streaming it. Everybody's gonna do. So of course, you know, right? Like Rockstar is going to make money, right? Sony and PlayStation is going to be making money off of that, right? They're going to be making banco, right? They're going to be making banco, and this is why they're raising up their prices. They're getting prepared and ready. And also, let's not forget, next generation consoles is going to be right around the corner. And you know how this shit works, okay? So let me make this clear. Let me just go back a little bit because. Just to clarify, this is how Rockstar works, okay? Just letting you know, I'm not getting GTA 6 day one at launch. I'm going to wait for the PC version. I'm going to wait for that for 2 to 3 years. I'm perfectly fine. Oh, but you're going to miss out. But I don't care. Like, personally, I have already played from Grand Theft Auto 3, you know, Vice City, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4, the DLC, right? The Ballad of Gay Tony, Lost in the Dam, and I have played GTA 5. So I have already played all of those fucking games. So I'm not in a rush to go get GTA 6. I can wait for the PC version. Because if I'm going to be paying $70 to $80, I might as well get a version that actually is good. You know, like right off the bat. Now, you know how this works. Because if you don't know how Rockstar works, I'm going to explain to you quickly. Because if you see it right here on this side, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to bring this in close. So then that way you guys can see it crystal clear. Okay, you see it? Okay, this is how they're going to do for GTA 6. This is the same playbook that they're going to do for this one, right? Now, if you notice, right, PlayStation 3 and 360, which I did have, I have brought that version during that time. I have brought it. And you notice, right, during the PlayStation 3 and the 360, did they update the game? Did they made it better? No. Okay, whatever the version that was GTA 5. Okay? It wasn't that good. There was some things that was missing. It was watered down graphics. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't the best. So you know what they did? They didn't update the game. They just left the game as is, and they re-released the game again for the next generation console. Guess what they're going to be doing? They're going to do the same thing for the PlayStation 5 and the Series X for GTA 6. When you buy the game, whether it's digital or physical, they are not going to update the game to make it run at 60 FPS or make a patch. What they're going to do? They're going to resell the game at full price when the next generation games started coming out, which is the next generation of the PS6 and also the next Xbox Series X2 or whatever it's going to be called. But it's going to be another console version. We're already hearing Xbox is going to have a hybrid approach. PlayStation is going to have their specs and a handheld or whatever, right? But like again, going back to here, this is exactly how Rockstar is going to do their playbook, and this is how they're going to be making their money. Okay? Because for the people that's on here right now, and then when the console drop, all those people are going to move over to that one, and then they're going to rebuy the game again for that version so they can play it at 60 FPS. That's how it's going to do. They did it for the PlayStation 3 and the 360, and guess what? They left it alone, and then they re-released the game again, but this time, we got the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One version, it was playing it at a higher frame rate, and it got better fidelity, better stuff, more pedestrians, things improve. Like the game improved. The hardware got better, so they crank up the graphics more. That's what they did. But they didn't put out a patch or the old versions. They made you to rebuy the game and resell it for you for another $70 to $80. Then when the PC version, right, when that drops, boom, right, we only got to pay one version, but we already got the best version of the game. But that's going to be like 2-3 years down the road. That's perfectly fine. I can wait for that. I'm not in a rush. And then you can see it right here. We're on the current version of the PlayStation 5 and the Series X and S. GTA 5 did a expanded and enhanced edition on both of those consoles, and then they did it for PC not that long ago. Like I think it was like a couple of months ago they did that. So now the expanded and enhanced edition is on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. Made slightly improvement, better disc, better load times, better optimization for the game, right? DLCs and stuff like that, all that stuff. So they have made that's exactly what they did, and they resell the game again. Okay, they left the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One version behind. They resell the same game again, but this time on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. That's exactly what they did. They resell the game and call it expanded and enhanced edition. They're gonna do the same thing for this fucking game. You watch and see. Grand Theft Auto first version on this, next gen console will be on this, and then the last version is gonna be Grand Theft Auto 6 expanded and enhanced edition. That's how they're going to do it. That's exactly how their playbook is going to work, which is going to make them a shit ton of money, right? And guess what? That's not only that. Guess what? Sony's going to be making money and Xbox is going to be making money because the hardware is going to sell because of that fucking game. That's why they're preparing and just raising up the console prices for it. Because they're like, hey, they're going to be coming to our consoles and whatever because of this game. Let's go jack up the prices. Fuck it. We're gonna milk all of these clowns out there that didn't brought our consoles from launch, and they'll just think like, oh, we're gonna get it for cheap. Nah, we're gonna charge you. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Oh yeah, they're gonna definitely get money off of you. So what choice do you have? Because Rockstar is not going to release this game on PC anytime soon. Because the PC version came out in 2015. So if it's 13, 14, 15, so that's literally 2 years later. I wouldn't be surprised if they added 3 more years later, like an extra year before this version of the PC version of GTA 6 is going to drop. So it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a while, which, like, again, I'm perfectly fine. I'm okay. But for y'all out there and the casuals out there, this is their way they're gonna be making money. Rockstar are gonna make money. PlayStation are gonna make money. Xbox is gonna make money. Whether it's through the hardware or the software, whatever games that you're gonna be buying or whatever. Because again, they're gonna have a GTA 6 is gonna have a online mode, right? You're gonna play GTA Online 2.0. They're gonna be getting your fucking money. Trust me, they will. They will be getting your money, regardless. They're gonna be getting your money. So they're just like, okay, for those people who don't got the console, well, you're gonna have to play it. You're gonna have to pay for it, or you're gonna have to wait for 2 years to get a PC or save up money for a PC. That's how it is. And again, it's interesting that we talked about that, right? And moving on to this one right here, comparing next generation console with the PS6 and Xbox rumors, because remember, like, there's also going to be a next console generation coming up. So whatever this GTA version is not going to get that patch for 60 FPS and stuff. They're going to resell that game for the next generation consoles. And they're going to resell it again. So if you have the PlayStation 5, whether it's digital or physical, it's going to work on your next generation console, but they're not going to patch that version of the game. They're going to resell you the game again. You have to buy that version in order for you to get 60 FPS. And all these other unlockable, like more fidelity, more NPCs on the screen, more this. Again, I give you guys a warning that the last generation console, this current generation console that we're in right now, is not going to do 60 FPS. So if you're thinking like to drop $750 expecting GTA 6 is going to run at 60 FPS, you're going to be disappointed. It's not. It's going to run at 30, and it's clearly right there. But the next console most likely is going to run at 60 FPS. And this is where I give you another warning as well, or another suggestion. If you are planning to get GTA 6, like, because of this, and you're planning on getting these console prices, you might as well just sell your console, but save that money until next generation consoles come out. Because it's literally going to be coming out pretty damn soon. And if you want to play the best, like some part of the best version of GTA 6, you might as well get it for next generation consoles than this current generation consoles. Because next generation, right, we heard rumors that Xbox is going to have their hybrid between a PC and a console-like experience, right? But we know the hardware is going to be better. But we're seeing the hardware prices are going up. So it's going to lead to me that it seems like the prices is going to be somewhere between $600, $700, $800, could possibly be up towards $900 or so. Like, again, we got to wait and see. But so far, we're just looking at some of the speculations here. 8-core AMD Zen 6, 40 to 80 RDNA 5 compute units, right? Clock speeds up to 3+ gigahertz. Okay. DDR7, right? The RAM, 24 gigabytes of RAM, RAM is speculated. So we're upgrading the RAM. Instead of 16 gigabytes of RAM, they might upgrade it to 24. Around 160 watts thermal power draw. So it seems to me, this is all like rumors and stuff like that, right? For both, we don't, again, it seems to me that it's going to be more powerful than the current consoles that you have right now, and I'm pretty sure the prices is going to hit between either it's going to be $700 $600 for base, and then the upgraded version is going to be between 9 to 8, 9 to maybe like 8 to 9, close to $1,000. So again, this is where I'm saying, like, you know, as a warning, like, again, if you are planning to buy these current gen consoles right now expecting GTA is going to play this magical whatever, hold on to your money. You can sell your old console and get your money back. Save up that money to spend it on next gen. That's my advice for you. And then get the game on next gen, not this gen. Is a bad investment. Like, again, like I said before, Rockstar, I know how Rockstar is going to play it. They are not going to update this game to make it run at 60 FPS. So if you buy it physical or digital, in the PS5 version or the Xbox Series S and X version, or even the Pro version, doesn't matter. If you buy any of those, any version of GTA 6 on any of those old consoles or this current gen consoles, it ain't gonna run at 60 FPS. I'm just letting you know. Save up money and get it for next gen. That's my best advice. Because if you're gonna get it for next gen, most likely it's gonna be between $600, $700, $800. So if we're seeing prices like this right here, I'm pretty sure the next generation console, it could be close to $1,000, $900 and something dollars, $800, around there. It's gonna be around there. Most likely. It's gonna be pretty beefy, very powerful systems. So if you're gonna be spending this amount of money, you might as well just hold on to that money and just get next generation consoles. It is literally going to be coming around the corner at any given moment. Or better yet, we already seen the first kind of generation consoles right now, which is the handheld one that the Xbox ROG Ally X and S are like pretty much the first kind of next generation consoles, but in a handheld format. Kind of give you an insight and a glimpse on what's going to be expected for Xbox for right now. I think we heard rumors that PlayStation 5 will be doing their little handheld whatever. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to do a handheld. Maybe if it's a low-end handheld or high-end, but they're going to do it. But again, we haven't seen it to come to fruition. We don't count that shitty little portal as a handheld. It is a ripoff. Okay, I want an actual handheld, not a dumbed down TCL version tablet slapped together with a controller. It's retarded. It's ridiculous. It's retarded. Now this something right here is right up my alley. See, this is like I like. And I hope PlayStation is taking some fucking notes, and making sure that if they're going to do a handheld, do it right. Do it fucking right. Not a TCL tablet and slapping and cutting this controller in half and putting it together. I don't want that. I want something like this, like the ROG Ally X or this. This looks good. Now, this is going to be coming out soon, which is like, I think it's like literally right around the corner. So, if anything, I might get this white one. I'm thinking about getting this white one for Christmas, because it's only like $500 and something, which I don't mind paying for that. I could deal with that. But yeah, but we can see like we're getting that glimpse into next generation console. This right here, Xbox is taking the first steps into doing that in 2025, and then when next year comes around, we might get to see their console or announce their next generation console, what they're doing, because they said they're going to do it early. So it seems to me that they're doing the first step is they're like, say, hey, let's do a handheld in 2025, price it where we need to price it, and then when we're ready to announce our console, it might be either similar prices like these two handhelds, or be somewhat a bit more higher. Maybe the lower version of the next generation Xbox might be $600 and something, right? Like starting off like $650. right? If the handheld is like $550 to be expected, but I'm pretty sure we've seen leaks of the prices for it. But if it is going to seem that way, then most likely maybe the console might be either between that price or it might be slightly a little bit higher, just $600. So you got a handheld version one, and you got the low end the next generation Xbox console hybrid to be between like 600 to 650. That's just my speculations on it, but I'm pretty sure once we get to see these prices to come out officially, we could pretty much can guess the console prices is gonna slot somewhere a little bit higher or a little bit lower. It depends. I think this one, the low end one right here, if it's 550, then the console might be $600 for the low end console for the Xbox Series X2, whatever. And then the higher end one, right? This one is speculating to be $899, so like $900. So the next console could hit between $950 to $1,000. You know, that could be a very good possibility. Or they might, or like again, they might do something like that. So I'm pretty sure that's where I think maybe those console prices are going to be slotted in. Like again, those are my speculations, my opinion on it. But however, we get to see a glimpse of next generation already, but in our handheld. So, which is fucking like cool. It's good. Most likely I'm probably gonna get this white one right here. That's what I'm planning on getting. If I got enough money, I might scrape it for Christmas and just get the white one. And I'll show it to you guys, and I might do a stream on it, and just to show you like, you know, what is it all about. 512 gigabytes, I'm perfectly fine, and 16 gigabytes of RAM, I can deal with that. Most likely, I probably can crack this open and just put in, you know, like maybe I could add in more. But again, I gotta see how it is, like when somebody do a teardown, and see if we can add in more storage and add more RAM. I have to wait and see how that works, because I don't think there's a teardown yet for this yet. So I want to see how well I can open this up to put more stuff or more, you know, like RAM, more storage, if it's possible. If it's possible, then great. I could just do it myself, you know. So that's what I'm planning on getting. It says, available on October 16th, 2025. So yeah, so it's coming out soon. So pre-orders might be starting like either this coming week or the following week. So there's that. So yeah, so I'm like, again, it seems to me that, you know, this is, you know, again, this seems to be bigger. Like again, knowing this is happening right here with the price hikes and stuff like that, and we're seeing GTA 6 is coming out next year, right? They're going to be making two of these companies are going to be making some serious cash. And like again, Nintendo's going to be left out. And we already know Rockstar going to be making some money, and they're going to keep re-releasing the game. They're not going to patch it. They're just going to re-release the games with better features, better this, better that. And, you know, better improvements. And then after that, like 2026, we're going to be hearing rumors, you know, or seeing the next generation console from Xbox. I don't think PlayStation is not ready yet. I think they're going to take their time. Like either the following year, like 2027 or 2028, they're going to be ready to go. But I think Xbox is going to be up first, because seeing how the ROG Ally is coming up this year in 2025, I think their console is going to be ready for next year. I think they said, let's just do the handheld for now, test run it, see how people like it and how they feel about it. Then we should be ready for consoles, and we'll slot those either in between these prices of those, or it's going to be the prices that they raised up, and they might say, okay, we'll slot the next Xbox, you know, this low end one, we'll put it up for $550 or $600, and then we'll slot this one up to like maybe like to $950. It's crazy times, man. And you know what it is? It's also the games that sells, you know, and that's another thing too. See, with all this consoles right going on, right, even for the price hikes here, again, I'm not damage controlling this. I'm just like, again, I'm not damage controlling. You know, it is what it is. It's an L still at the end of the day, regardless. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, let's just say I'm just a console player. I got no interest in PC. I don't want to deal with PC, right? And we got two consoles right here, right? We got the Xbox and the PlayStation, right? And let's say I have no love-hate relationship for any of those consoles, right? For either one of those platforms, right? And I'm just looking at it between value. Okay, what I'm getting out of PlayStation and what I'm getting out of Xbox. And which one will I choose at the end of the day? Personally, I would have choose the Xbox. Easily, hands down. From the way how the controller feels in my hands to the value that I'm getting out of the system, you're getting Game Pass. I'm getting, whatchamacallit, backwards compatibility, which, again, the Series X, even though it costs more right now, but the Series X consoles support backwards compatibility, both digital and physical. So if you have an old disc from the 360 or even the OG Xbox, you can literally put it in there and it will fucking work. And on top of that, I got dev mode. All I have to do is just pay $20 and I can play retro games and upload that right there onto the console, and I can play PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games. Can't do that on the PlayStation 5. You can get access to it when you're paying the premium, whatever fucking premium tier, but there's only limited. You can't literally just buy what you want to buy for retro games. Nor you can't even take an old disc from the PlayStation 1 era and put it into the PlayStation system and let the disc read, and then it can just play the game right there. But Microsoft has already done that. PlayStation hasn't. Microsoft has a better value in Game Pass. While, yes, they got a subscription tier for, PlayStation Essentials, this, and that. But I'm getting first-party games day and date on Xbox. I don't get that if I was subscribed to, Premium, Essential, or whatever, Plus. I'm not getting first-party games day and date. They're doing less first-party games on the PlayStation platform over there. Xbox is putting out games regardless of what you can say. Yes, it's still an L. Like when they cancel some games, right, and shut down they cancel games and they shut down studios. I think it was Perfect Dark and a few other studios was affected by it. But again, they still have games still developing in the pipeline. So we know about Gears of War E-Day is still in development. We're hearing rumors that I think the next Forza Horizon 6 is going to take place in the Tokyo Game Show and is going to set place in Japan. I'm all for it. I'm excited. I want to play that game so bad. I'm so ready for that game. I've been waiting for a long time for that game. I really was. So again, they got games that, PlayStation in terms of their games right now, and it's just not worth it, man. I mean, looking at the PlayStation Store right now, I mean, look at the top titles right here. Borderlands 4, third party. Dying Like the Beast, that's taking flight right now. Right? The typical suspects, the Fortnite free-to-play games, right? The football games. Call of Duty's up here. Roblox free-to-play. Marvel Rivals up here. And then we got poor little Ghost of Yotei. It's up here. But again, what happened in the last video when we were talking about Charlie Kirk? Right? And that's not the only studio. It's also Xbox Studios as well as Activision and that and all of these publishers, right? I'm not going to get myself into it, but you can see from the last video, like all of those, these lefties, the woke crowd, the woke kind of propaganda garbage. They just had to say something to open their mouth and say a lot of dumb shit, rather than these developers to just shut the fuck up and put your head down and just make video games. I don't care about your political views or whatever, how the fuck you feel. It's how you feel, that's your business. And I can respect that. I don't have to agree with you, but I'm not going to get myself into it. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know why that fucking studio from Sucker Punch gotta open their fucking mouth. It's bad enough that everybody's saying they don't like the protagonist, the game looks woke and all this bullshit, and then they make it even worse by adding insult to injuries to a man that was debating at a Utah college event. You know, just debating, you know, just talking, you know, debating with people with words, not with violence, with words, and somebody gets shot for speaking an opinion that side did not agree on, which is absolutely disgusting. And then this studio just made it even worse and put a fucking flashlight, a spotlight on them. So not only Ghost of Yote was in the coffin, just whatever the fuck those developers just said out of their mouth, just literally put this game, the final nail in the fucking coffin. It's ridiculous. Why do they have to open up their mouth? Shut the fuck up. And it's not just that studio. It's also, again, Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about your political agenda or your fucking belief system. All I care about, and in this fucking gaming community, is just playing the fucking video game. That's all we care about. We want to be entertained. I don't give a fuck about your viewpoints. I don't care. Whether if I agree to them or don't, I can personally care less. It's not, I'm tired of political garbage. Just make better games. But again, this is affecting everybody, and third-party publisher too. Some of these third-party publishers as well too. I don't know how many, but most of them, if not all of them, are being affected too. And it's going to take a while until we get rid of some of those garbage, wokey, crazy, fucking activists, Tifa bullshit motherfuckers to get up out of there, to get fired, get them up out of there. It's going to take a minute, but it will happen. It's going to happen over time. Okay? We already see fucking other companies out there like fucking Disney is finding out the hard way. Even though they're trying to double down on it. But don't worry, when their companies get fucked up and done whatever, then it'll just be another fucking tragedy. It's crazy. Okay? But back to this right here. The whole point is that I'm pointing out here is that the fact that, like, again, if PlayStation were to put that same energy, just like how Xbox has the opposite effect, right? PlayStation, they sell a lot of consoles, but not really many people are buying their games. Most of them are buying third-party games. Third party. Here's an Xbox game that is going multi-platform, that is a third party. They're still buying the game. Free to play, third party games, third party game. Here's one first party game. Third party game. Here's another first party game, but now it's a multi-plat and they putting it on Xbox and it's being sold well. Third party from Microsoft. Free to play, third party, NASCAR, third party. Like, it's most of these motherfuckers, it's like this. You're getting your ass kicked by third party. PlayStation needs to put the time and fucking energy in their first party studio lineup and start making games that gamers want to play on the PlayStation fucking platform. Especially, again, we talked about it, next gen is literally coming around the fucking corner. They're coming around the corner. Right? They sell a lot of consoles, but they're buying a lot of third-party games. That's not helping fucking Sony PlayStation with their first-party studio titles because they're fucking got this big balloon budget and they're failing. We already know. We gotta wait till to see the sales for Ghost of Yote, but I'm just calling this shit out right now. This game is gonna fucking flop. It already got the final nail in the fucking coffin from like a week ago, because of the dumb shit that they have to fucking be opening up their mouth on Twitter, just make it even worse. So this game, I can already tell you, it's gonna be a flop. It's already a flop. right? And then Xbox has the opposite effect, where Xbox, their consoles is not a lot of sales in selling their consoles, but in terms of their games, people are buying their first party games way more than fucking PlayStation, and that is a fact. Forza Horizon 5, they're buying that way more, and I know it sells way more than even their little first party Gran Turismo game. Where's Gran Turismo at? Right? Forza Horizon 5 was up here for a minute. I bet you it was on page 2. Here it is, Forza Horizon 5 on page 2. Then we got all these upcoming third-party games coming right up. Boom. Silent Hill F coming right up. Battlefield 6, that's in October. That's going to be up in the first, on the top charts. Right? Look at this. You can see it for yourself. Gears of War right here on the second chart, on the second page. But where's Gran Turismo? Where's that game? All the way down to the third page. All the way down here. There's not even on the first page. Forza is still doing better on this page right now. And it was hanging on damn near on the first page for quite some time. So it's clear as day that they will much rather play this game over Gran Turismo any day of the week. And then we hear rumors that Forza Horizon 6 is coming out soon. It's going to be set place in Japan. You know what's going to happen to this game? It's going to shoot up. It's going to shoot up again. Because you know why? Because they're going to get ready and prep ready to go buy Forza Horizon 6. And Gran Turismo 7 is going to get left behind. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Gran Turismo 8 is coming out. Everybody will be like, Gran Turismo 8? What's that? Oh, it's a racist sim and that. Yeah, that's cool. Can we go anywhere around the world in that game? No. Can we do this? No. Then how much are they charging me for? Oh, they're charging us $70. $70 for that game? I ain't playing that, man. I'd much rather play Forza Horizon 6. I get to do whatever I want and drive shit. Yeah, sure. Maybe the cars doesn't look as great as Gran Turismo 8. But it's a fun racing game and it's open world and I get to play with my friends. This one is boring. We're only racing on the same fucking track. What I'm gonna fucking do with that game? I'm gonna get bored in a week. Or less than a week. I'm gonna get bored. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. When is PlayStation gonna realize, look, we need to make fun. You know what I'm saying? We need to do it. Look at the example of their Helldivers game. Helldivers is still on here. It used to be back on the other page. Now it jumped back to the first page. This used to be on the third page, second page. Like, it used to be a couple of pages down. Now it's back up here. All thanks to who? PlayStation for doing what? Putting games on other platforms and including their competitors, right? Which is Xbox, right? All those PlayStation fanboys thought that, oh, like, Xbox don't buy games and blah 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 and all this bullshit. Okay, well, read this. Look at this. Helldivers 2 sales estimated suggested is selling extremely well on Xbox. And now you can see the proof in the pudding cup, because guess what? Helldivers is back on this page and they're making money easily. They are making fucking money. Both of them are. They're making money. They are making money. This game is making money, and just because it's on the second page, I tell you one thing, a lot of those PlayStation fans that never had a chance to play Gears of War, they're playing Gears of War Reloaded, and that made some money for who? For Xbox. So both of them are making money hands over fist from each other. And it's sold extremely well. So obviously, it's clear to me that all those fucking from Dreamcast guy and all these other fucking fanboys, or these wannabe ass gamers that's saying all these stupid ass narrative like Reforged Gaming, Portal Rock 77, Creamcast guy, and all these garbage ass people, these garbage ass fucking delusional fucking fanboys, saying that, oh, the Xbox don't buy games, they don't play games. Well, that narrative has been destroyed. All of these narratives that's been happening from the past couple of months now It's been getting destroyed one after the other. PlayStation will never go to multi-platform. They have. They've been putting games on PC. Well, they're not going to put those games on Xbox. Well, they have. They put Helldivers 2 on there. Well, they're not going to bring any more games. Are you serious? There's already a fucking rumor. This is a rumor. This is only speculation that I'm talking about here. This is a rumor. We don't know whether this is true or not. But most likely, this might be coming true, knowing the evidence that we just had, that where Helldivers 2 sales estimated to suggest is selling extremely well on Xbox, which it has. Look. It's selling extremely well. Look at this. The evidence is here. So obviously, they are playing games. Xbox players do play games. And they do buy their fucking games. Just because they got Game Pass, they don't have to wait for Game Pass. They can still buy and purchase games, like I have always been doing. Just because I got Game Pass on PC, that doesn't mean that, oh, you know, like, I'll just wait till all these games come to Game Pass. No, if I really like a game, I'm gonna go out and fucking buy it. I did that for Starfield. I didn't regret Starfield. I bought that fucking game for $100 and something fucking dollars. I'm gonna do the same thing for Elder Scrolls 6. I'm gonna pre-order that game and I'm gonna buy it for $100 and something dollars. I know what I like. I've been playing games longer than you have. You know Forza Horizon 6 is gonna be coming around the corner. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy the fucking game. I'm going to buy the fucking game. I'm gonna pay $100 and something dollars for it. Yes, I am. I don't give a fuck who you are. I know what I like and I know how to buy my games. And I know how to play them because I played the fucking games. Yes, I could buy it on Game Pass. That's perfectly fine. But I know who I support my studio. Okay? Just like whenever 4A Games is going to put out another Metroid game, a mainline game, not a VR game, a mainline game for the Metroid series, whenever they're ready to announce it, you're going to get my fucking $70, $80. You're going to get my money. We already see Open World GS dropping Stalker 2. They been got my money. I pay for that game. Battlefield 6 is coming up. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to pay for that game. See, I know what I'm going to buy. I know what I'm going to play. I know what I'm going to like. I do buy my games. And sometimes I use Game Pass to play games that maybe I'm not interested or I don't really care about or I don't have the money right now. I got other obligations in my financial fucking life, just like you do. But here's the deal. I'm on camera talking to you like this, but I don't complain about my fucking financial situation. I don't do that. I don't sit here and cry about shit. You don't see me fucking crying about poor little Microsoft or whatever fucking raising their prices and shit. You don't see me crying or outraged about PlayStation doing the same shit. I'm not sitting here complaining or crying about shit. I'm being about it. It is what it is. What do you want me to fucking do about it? I'm not your financial fucking advisor. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm just pointing it out to you and I'm giving you solid advice or anything that you need to figure out what do you want to do, what do you want to do. There's multiple different directions you can go for. It's up to you as the consumer or my audience member or whoever that's watching this video. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm just pointing it out and just letting you know here's multiple directions you want to go with. But I'm just making it clear and set expectations realistically. Not some fantasy bullshit and glazing over some garbage bullshit. So going back to here, like I said, if it's already selling extremely well, and all these fucking narratives is being destroyed, right? They're putting games over to Xbox, and it's so well. There's the next one right here. Horizon Zero Dawn, seemingly the next PlayStation port coming to Xbox. According to Link spotted online that Horizon Zero Dawn could be the next PlayStation title be heading towards Xbox after Helldivers 2. And I already know, like, the PlayStation community is already crashing out and all this bullshit. If you know Horizon's coming, then we already know that the other games are coming. Most likely, right? Let's just say, like, again, I don't support PlayStation games, and I put my foot down on it and already made my statement. I was on Gamesta video, if I'm not mistaken. I think I said a comment on this one, but I'll put it up real quick. I'll show you this real quick, just to pull it up. Just so you can see it for yourself.
I'll start calling.
Alright. Sorry about that. Shout out to Gamesta. Right. So I did this right here. So let me put it right here. Because I made a comment about this. Right? So then that way you can see it crystal clear. I said it right here. I personally don't care what they said. The reason why I don't support, because this is talking about like the whole because of Charlie Kirk and the political stuff, like people are not gonna buy certain games or whatever. I personally don't care because it, like, again, it's infested in everything. So it's not just Sony, PlayStation Studio. It's also Xbox, Activision, Blizzard. It's also other third-party developers as well that have this issue. So, and these radical fucking political fucking people, it's going to take years to get rid of them, but slowly but surely they are going to get rid of them. Just slowly but surely. It's going to take time to get rid of them. I personally don't care what they say. The real reason why I don't support Sony PlayStation is because they don't support their own IPs long term, which is true. Like, again, like I pointed out here, where's the IP that they supported long terms? Because for real, like, some of their IPs, they don't really support them that long. And honestly, like, even the lack of support, right? Again, Ghost of Yote, I don't even hear no excitement. Nobody really cares about this game. Some of the shit, they put that nail in the coffin. A lot of people are playing this game now because of the boost of the Xbox community over there, and for the PC. PC carried Helldivers 2 as a whole, not PlayStation, which is obviously true. A lot of people on the PlayStation side thinking like, oh, PlayStation carry Helldivers 2. No. PC carry Helldivers 2 for both consoles, for both of these consoles. Okay, PC carried that shit, which is obviously fucking true. That's how you know I'm not a fanboy, because if I was these fanboys, I would have been saying, no, Xbox carried it. No. PC carry Helldivers 2, not Xbox. Xbox is just an addition. PlayStation did not carry this game when it was exclusively on the PlayStation console. And then when it was exclusively for PlayStation, not many people brought this game on the PlayStation platform. Who carried it? Fucking PC did. They pick up the slack and they brought more copies, play more hours, got more players on playtime on PC than it is on PlayStation. They don't support their fucking games long term because, like, again, if you see where's all the first person shooter games, right? They don't support their shit long term. They suck. Just like this, like you see Forza Horizon 5, that's still being, well, it's ending support now, but it has support for long term. Wasn't just about free updates. It was putting DLC, free updates, this, that, new cars, this, that, getting people excited, new features. They're putting shit in the game. You can even build a fucking track in that game. What the fuck can you do in Gran Turismo 7? You can't build a fucking track. For one, you can't go anywhere. It's not an open world racing game. It's a sim racing game. Right? And all you're doing is just racing around the same old track. Reverse or the opposite way. That's it. the grind is terrible. The grind is easier in Forza Horizon. It's more easier. And it's way more fun. They don't support this shit long term. This game is long and forgotten. Which is it's a shame. It's on the same category as even fucking Forza Motorsport. Forza Motorsport is like long and forgotten until they did that update for Japan. Then people started to come back on there and say, oh, okay, let me play that. I want to race on that track. That's fun because it's in Japan and it has mountain path and stuff like that. That's what they want to race on. They don't want... Gran Turismo 7. What updates have they done? What major DLC that they have dropped on Gran Turismo 7? Other than these free little updates. So here's a free little update. Here's 3 little cars. Okay. Here's one little track. I'm like, bro, that's the best you can fucking do? Nobody wants to play that fucking game. For long term, nobody. I'm telling you, like, that's one reason right there, which is true. Anti-consumer practices, which is another thing. And the lack of value, which I already talked about. I just talked about it. Even though, yes, they raised their price, it's still an L. Nothing can take away from that. It's still an L regardless. Still an L. Even so, you're still getting Game Pass. You can play this on any device that you want. I can play it on PC. You can play it on a tablet. You can do cloud streaming if you want. Or you can get a console or whatever. So whatever device you want to do, you got free range to do it. And the value is there. You got Game Pass, you got backwards compatibility, and you also got dev mode. You got 3 things right there. That's still more value than that fucking measly ass PlayStation. PlayStation doesn't even have backwards compatibility. You can't take a disc and just throw it in there and it work. There's no dev mode in that. It's lacking in so much. And they're just giving out less values. They're making less games. Ain't they announced that they're saying they're gonna make 1 AAA game per year? 1 AAA game per year. Not 2, 3 AAA games. Xbox is putting out how many games? Yes, they canceled some games. That's a L. Right? But again, they've been putting out games. Right? And they've been showing off games in Game Pass. And not only that, they're still making fucking AAA games. They're making AA games, AAA games. Next Forza Horizon game. That's a AAA racing game. Gears of War E-Day. That's a third-person cover shooter game. It's gritty. It's not some goofy bullshit like trying to be a Fortnite rainbow-colored garbage slop. Like a live service game. It's literally Gears of War. Fable is still in development. Hopefully that don't get canceled. Who knows? But Fable is still in development. You got Halo. They're still working on that. There's games that they're fucking working. Games are going to be coming out next year. You know, Elder Scrolls 6 is going to still be worked on. It's like, yo, they got shit in the pipeline. They're perfectly fine. They are perfectly A-okay. They're doing great. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Making games, whether it's AAA titles or AA titles. They got variety of different games, unlike PlayStation, which is lackluster. And PlayStation has lost their touch because they're putting out games that nobody ain't fucking buying. Their first party games ain't selling. All these games are mostly third party games. It's kicking their ass. Xbox is the only one fighting these third party games. What the fuck is PlayStation doing? Absolutely nothing. Could have had easy W's. Like the only W that you could sit here and say during this whole generation is Helldivers 2. But that's not even their own fucking studio in-house doing it. Bro, what the fuck is going on at Play? I don't know. And then you hearing rumors that they're about to be planning on porting more games over to the Xbox. I'm not surprised by it. Because you can fucking see it right here that they're not buying any of their fucking games. You can fucking clearly see that. You can see all these fucking games. Third party battling. Third party. You see Xbox battling these third party. Here's Call of Duty. Battlefield 6 is coming around the corner. You got Delta Force, which is from whatchamacallit, from Tencent. Tencent got Delta Force. Battlefield 6 is from EA. And say as you will about Call of Duty, right? I don't like Call of Duty 7. I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty 7. Whether it's on Xbox Game Pass or not. I don't care about that game. I'm not going to like it. It's garbage. I'm going to be playing Battlefield 6 this coming year. That's my money I'm going to be spending and playing on, regardless if I had access to it. I don't have to download it or play it. I can just move on and play something else and buy whatever games that I want. I know what I like. But again, here's the deal. You got all three juggernauts doing these like first-person shooter games. Where is the fuck is PlayStation in their first-person shooter game? It's not here. That's a third-party first-person shooter game right there, Borderlands 4. That's on the top chart. It's on number 3. Where the fuck is PlayStation at? Dying Like the Beast is on number 6 on the top chart? And that's a zombie game, first person. Where the fuck is PlayStation at with their first-person shooter games? Nowhere in sight. Nowhere in sight, bro. And like, again, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. That's why I will still pick Xbox as my main console. Whether or not if I own the console or I'm planning on buying the console and I don't want to deal with PC, that would be the console I will still buy. Regardless. Because they still got value for me that it gives me a reason to play. And pick up the game. Because I want to have fun when I come home from work. I shouldn't have to be struggling or I have to grind like a fucking job in a video game. I want to have fun in a video game. I spent money on a game. I want to have fun in the game. That's why when I go out and pay Bethesda with Skyrim and Starfield, I want to come home and just play Starfield, have a good time, relax. I'm chilling. I'm having fun with the game. I don't want to be nickel and dime from a live service game from fucking PlayStation. It's ridiculous. And you can see it right here, man. Gates already said, man, at least that's some valid arguments, which it is. It's absolutely is some valid arguments. What the fuck? The evidence is clearly right there, and they're clearly struggling. PlayStation has lost touch from their fucking audience, not Xbox. Xbox lost touch in terms of like their way of thinking of raising these prices and whatever the fuck they're doing. I don't know what's going on over there. I have no idea, no clue. I don't got no insiders. All I can say is like, I don't know what the fuck are you thinking. But they haven't lost touch in their fan base because they know exactly what the fans want and the games want. Phil Spencer knows what do they want to play. Phil Spencer knows. Hey, you gonna make another Forza Horizon game? Yeah, go make that. Because customers are buying it. They're playing it and they're buying it. Are we gonna make another Gears of War Coalition? Go make another Gears of War game. We're gonna do another Halo game? Go make another Halo game. They know their customer fan base. They know the customers, they know the fans. Where the fuck is that same energy for PlayStation? Don't you can't make up excuses at that point. And I said like here, until they change, then okay, I can buy PlayStation games again. If not, then I'm okay. I'm not supporting PlayStation shenanigans. Nope. Sorry, I'm tired of giving up my money, and we are seeing less and less games being made. Like what is the point? I'm gonna put my own link for that. But it's true. It's like, what is the point for that? There is no fucking point for that. It's like you're getting one AAA game per year. They have already stated that. They got more consoles than Xbox, but they're only going to put out one AAA game per year on your own platform. Meanwhile, here's Xbox has less console sales, but they're dropping a whole bunch of fucking games. And they're being sell well across every fucking platform. PC, Xbox, and even on your own platform. And even on Xbox. They're buying the game. They're making fucking money. And that's why I'm pretty sure that this rumor is going to become to a reality. Because if Xbox, if they seen the game is being sold extremely fucking well, then I'm pretty sure this is going to start happening. So get prepared, because I know a lot of those PlayStation fanboys are going to be crashing out. But personally, for me, the only two games that I will most likely will probably play on PlayStation is either if they're going to do the Order of 1886 and Ghost of Tsushima. Any other game from PlayStation, I can care fucking less. Horizon Zero Dawn is boring as fuck, and I will not be playing it. Nope. I'll play the first Ghost of Yote. I play the first Ghost of Tsushima, but not Yote. No. I'll stop from there. And that's exactly why it's no point in me buying their console, because it's like exactly what I said. They don't support their games long term, because either their first game is really good and then you're excited for the second game, either they're not going to develop for the second game, or they're going to fuck up from the first game and they're going to fuck up for the second game, which we're already seeing it from Ghost of Yote. The first game is really good, the second game is fucking garbage. It's like, what the fuck is going on? The first Spider-Man game was really good, the second one is garbage. They got a lot of work to do. They got a long way to go, for real. But last but not least, the last agenda on the list, unless if I'm missing anything. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, one other thing too. Remember when I forgot that the Xbox Series S right here is supposedly holding back the generation. I didn't have an article for this, but I was listening to a few other people on YouTube. The Series S, right, that was supposedly holding back the generation, it was not holding back the generation. Actually, it was helping developers to develop and learn how to optimize the game. If they optimize the Series S, then you can optimize the other consoles just as good or better and upscale it to where they need to be at. That's why Battlefield 6, yes, they had trouble optimizing the game for the Series S, but once they got that already down packed, it was easy for them to optimize the game across the board on the rest of the consoles. On the Series X, and it was the same thing goes for the PlayStation and the PS5 Pro. So basically, the Series S didn't hold back the generation. It was the developers that was holding back from our generation. So these developers and these new devs don't know how to optimize their fucking game. That explains why fucking Randy Pitchford, that he can't not shut the fuck up or close his goddamn mouth because of fucking Borderlands fucking 4. Yes, we're looking at here with Borderlands fucking 4 here, with Randy the fuck Pitchford talking about that his game is well optimized and all this bullshit, but then it was fucking degrading the fucking console over time and you're playing it because it's unoptimized. Optimize your fucking game, okay? Take the time and spend the time to optimize it. If you're putting in a whole bunch of garbage bullshit in the game of Borderlands 4, cut some of that shit off. We don't need a whole bunch of global illumination. We don't need a bunch of fog textures and all this bullshit. Cut some of that shit out. Cut some of that shit out so it can be better performing. We don't need a whole bunch of shit. But of course, Randy Pitchford is trying to tell us, or tell me, and everyone else, that, oh, he knows how to optimize the game. If you could do better, you know, whatever. Bitch, if I was over there to take your fucking job right now, Randy, bitch, I would have been made Borderlands 4 way more optimized than the fucking garbage that you put in. The first thing I would have got rid of, putting fog in the fucking world. That's the first thing I would have fucking did. Get rid of this foggy, speary mess. Get it up out of here so it can save on performance. Yo, do we need global? We don't need no fucking global illumination. Take that shit out. Okay? I just want the game to look beautiful and it runs better. Let's optimize for that. Let's shoot for that goal. And then whatever later on, if we want to add an update to add little extra features, we can do that. That's what I would have fucking done. But of course, you know, take it to speaking of Randy fucking Pitchford, obviously doesn't know shit about optimizing their own game, but it's funny how Borderlands 3 is running like a dreamboat very fucking easily and is well optimized, and the game played very, very well, but then we get to Borderlands 4, it doesn't. It really is unacceptable. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, Jesus Christ. But back to what I was saying, that it's not the Series S holding back the generation. It really is these fucking developers don't know shit about their own their own fucking game that they're developing and actually optimizing the fucking game. It's crazy. And it's not just that, right? You could point saying, hey, maybe Bethesda a bit. You could say, you know, this developer, right? Even Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong was not well optimized because guess what? They don't know how to optimize their game. So basically, if Black Myth Wukong was to optimize on the Series S first and optimize that game to be running on there, then basically the PlayStation 5 version and the PS5 Pro would have been even better or well optimized, way more better. Because I remember when Black Myth Wukong, when it was on the PlayStation 5 and the Pro, it wasn't, there was unoptimized stuff. It needed some work. There was still like some problems and issues with the game. You know what I'm saying? So it seems to me that it's just the developers is at fault for this. For one, running Unreal Engine 5, right? But then, or making a game off of it and then not optimizing the game afterwards and testing it to make sure that this game is playable on the Series S and X and the PlayStation 5 and the Pro. We've seen this happen with what? Metal Gear Solid, right? Remember when I made a video about that? Running the game at 720p on the PlayStation 5 Pro? On the PlayStation 5 Pro, Metal Gear Solid, Delta, 720p. Struggling to hit 60 FPS. Below 60. That's crazy. And it's supposed to be this game that it's an old game. And it's not even optimized for the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's fucking insane. So it seems to me that a lot of people out there, these PlayStation fucking delusional fanboys, was wrong again. That narrative have been destroyed now. So basically, the Xbox Series S console is not holding back any of these game generations or whatever. It's these fucking developers is holding back our generation from enjoying these games. Pretty much. So that is that. Now we're moving on to our last and final main event here, which we got these two clowns right here, Marlin Gaming and Dreamcast guy, complaining about pricing for the handheld over here. And then we got Marlin crying about this bullshit. So let's go take a listen to this shit, because this shit is so funny. Because I'm like, bro, why are you crying? Okay, it's one thing you want to make a report about this and, you know, whatever, right? It's another thing too, like you're just sitting here crying like a bitch. But let's hear what Marlon got.
Hit that reset button on your Xbox. Who is gonna spend $800 before taxes? This is not even with taxes included.
So you were saying the same shit when you were talking about that PlayStation 5 Pro? So the PlayStation 5 Pro was, when they jacked up the price, was $750, and you was crying about that. Now you're crying about this because now it's $800. All right.
So you're going to be spending about $864 on a Series X.
And you was saying in the last video, right? In the last stream when I made this video, when I made a video about him, how he was crying about, oh man, you know, man, that pro price, bro, it's like $750, man. You know, it's crazy out here, man. Oh my god. It hurts so bad, bro. Like it really does, man. Like, yo, I'm gonna be in the bind, man. Yo, these prices are going up. Man, things are getting tight, yo. I might have to not be on this channel, you guys. I might have to take this channel and put it in the back seat. You know, I might be hustling, trying to do some other things right here because it's getting tough. Man, that PlayStation 5 Pro prices, yo, that shit went up. Man, yo, things are getting rough out here. Now he's saying the same shit. Now he's doing this rage bait bullshit. Get this fucking bullshit up out of here. Shut the fuck up.
No, I need y'all to sit down wherever you are right now and you're watching this video.
Bitch, I'm sitting down, but I'm not like outraged or being like you. You're crying about $800, but I'll let you continue.
Gaming is getting out of reach right now. But you wasn't saying that in the last fucking video. Games are so out of reach. No. You said in that video that you was like, oh man, you know, I spent like, you know, $2,000 and something out of my bank account, whatever money that I had left, you know, for this for my little ass channel that I'm running. I just had to go out there to spend $2,500 on a 5090. My PC costs about like $6,000 so I could run the channel, you guys. I need it so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy out here, man. It putting me in a bind, yo. It puts me in the bind. I have to dig out of my savings for my family's sake so I can go out there and buy this really expensive GPU and then you know, PlayStation and their crazy prices, man. Now it's almost, we're spending up to $750, almost damn near $800 something dollars. Man, I told you guys, you should have got that PlayStation 5 Pro, bro. You should have got it first. Now we're saying that now we're rage baiting for fucking Xbox. Get the fuck out of here. It's like, it is so niche. It's more niche than ever before now. Can you imagine paying $800? Bro, you can build a PC.
Oh, you know what? That's funny how he just said that. You hear what he just said? You could build a PC with that, which I just said not that long ago. I gave people the option here. I said, if you are planning on buying Grand Theft Auto 6, I would not recommend buying Grand Theft Auto 6 in this current generation. Okay? But you know, we got like consumers out there that's not well tuned in gaming or whatever. They're just gonna run out there and spend $400, $500, $600 just so they can play GTA 6. There's people out there that are like that, okay? There's people out there like that. And they're smart people like you, me, and everyone else. And hopefully my audience and the people who subscribe to my channel, I hope they're smart too. I want them to be smart so they can know how to spend their money wisely. And that's why I'm sitting here with y'all guys that I will recommend, which I'm not rage baiting. I recommend for y'all guys, if you're going to plan on getting GTA 6, for real, to be honest with you, I suggest just wait for the PC version. And just go build yourself a PC, go get a PC. The second option is, if you're really not about the PC life, which I totally understand, right? But I will not recommend you buying the PlayStation 5 Pro, nor the Xbox Series X and S. Even though I'm an Xbox fan, not a fanboy, but even I'm fucking telling you that don't get this console generation. Save that money or sell that, whatever console that you have, sell it and save up your money for the next console generation. Save up for that and then buy GTA 6 when it's re-released, so then you can play it at 60 FPS and not on 30. That's my second recommendation for y'all guys, okay? And if you're gonna sit there and say I didn't give you those, you got options. I'm telling you this now. Well, the console raise up. Look, if you already have the console already, you can resell it when GTA 6 get closed. And then you can go take that money and build yourself a PC. So you can basically get all of your money back and then some. All you got to do is just take care of the box. And then when you're ready to sell it, clean it, dust it off, blow it off, whatever you need to do. Break it down apart, clean it out, everything, put it back together, test it, make sure it works, and then just sell it. Sell it for like whatever. You know the deal. I'm showing you guys some ropes. I'm giving you guys some tips. And I'm giving you some real recommendation. Not Marlon Gaming doing this fake ass outrage crying about some fucking console prices. Like, again, I'm not sitting here crying, bitch. I'll let you know, like, yeah, it's an L. Like, they should, like, Microsoft should be taking a loss, as well as PlayStation, especially PlayStation, since all these PlayStation fucking fanboys are claiming, oh, well, they're the market leader, and, you know, they can take a loss. They're the good guys, and they still raise their fucking prices on their console. They still raised it. And who knows, after this, they might raise it again. They might raise it fucking again. What you gonna do about it?
For $864. You understand what I'm saying? You can build a decent desktop PC. You can get a...
And you was saying in the last video, and you was crying and how, oh, guys, man, I'm in the bind, bro. Put that like up, man. Subscribe to my channel, man. Become a member of my channel, man. Pay my bills, bro. Pay my bills. Don't put money in your pocket. Don't put money in your pocket, man. Fuck your savings. Give that money towards me so I can go out there and spend money on a 5090, knowing damn well I don't fucking really need it. But I'm gonna dig out some of my money out of my account. But thanks to y'all motherfuckers out there that are giving me fucking money, I got enough money to go get that 5090. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, go down to that like button, smash the like button down here for him. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button for him. Subscribe to his channel. So then that way you keep paying his dumbass. You know, while he's spending $6 grand on his fucking PC, you know, you're sitting at home looking at his fucking videos, giving him his money. And meanwhile, you see all these fucking console prices going up, and you sitting there at home fucking broke as a bitch. Flat broke. But you see me, I'm on this channel, and you watch my shit, I'm telling you to save your fucking money. You don't have to spend it on me. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. All I'm asking is for a subscribe and a like. That's it. You don't have to join me as a member or give me money. Save your fucking money and go get yourself a fucking PC. That's what I'm fucking saying. Stop listening to this. Stop listening to this clown right here. It's ridiculous. Sitting here crying and rage baiting over some bullshit. But who was buying? Who made him go out there and buy him a 5090? Does he really need a 5090? Like, again, I'm not pocket watching, but again, do you really need to run your channel with a 50 fucking 90? No, the fuck you don't. Honestly, he could run his channel off of a 5070 or a 5080. That is way less to pay for than paying $2,500 just for the GPU. That's not even the rest of the parts. He spent well over $6,000 easily in a blink.
A laptop with a 4060 in it for that price. You can find...
Well, 4060 ain't fucking worth it. I would not even recommend people to go out there and buy a laptop for a 4060. If you're spending between $800 or up, you should be getting like a Ryzen 7 at that point. A Ryzen 7 and a 5070 series or a 4070 Ti, super whatever, last generation card, and you'll be all set. Don't be like this idiot clown.
Find a laptop, a 4060 laptop, no joke.
Don't do that.
For that price right now. A Series X with a 2 terabyte hard drive that I showed y'all earlier, $864. That is absolutely insane right now. Like, these prices are outrageous, dog. Like, I can't even, my brain for some reason cannot even calculate how expensive this is. And So if you're going up on the price, and this generation is almost towards the end, we're in the latter part of the generation right now. Where does that leave next generation? If your higher tier Xbox Series X with the 2 TB drive in it, the hard drive in it, the SSD in it is $800 before taxes, where does that leave the next generation of Xbox? That is supposed to be a huge technological leap moving forward, that Cerebon said.
Yeah, and it's going to be expensive. It's the same way for PlayStation too. PlayStation dropped a scam console, and y'all guys was eating it up and buying it. PSSR, right? Remember that? But what games that really use PSSR? I know. What about that Gears of War game? Remember that? Gears of War Reloaded? I think you guys forgot about that, but Gears of War Reloaded is made from what studio? Oh yeah, that was Microsoft and Xbox. That, you know, supposedly when these PlayStation fanboys, they're third party, right? Or multi-platform, right? And Gears of War Reloaded, the best version to play that game was on what again? Oh yeah, that's right. That's the PlayStation 5 Pro. And that's an Xbox publisher and studio. That's the coalition. And they took your own PSSR technology. They took it, which they had no business to, because they could use any other upscaling technology they want, but they did it anyway, and they made it run better using your PSSR in their Gears of War Reloaded game, and made it better and playable on the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's worth $700 But let me ask you something. Are you getting that same energy for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater? Why did Sony and PlayStation, or whoever that's in charge over there, didn't call up, I don't know, Konami and say, hey, if you need some help to optimize the game, we'll help you to do that, and so you can make sure that this game is going to run better on the PlayStation 5 Pro using PSSR. Am I missing something here? How come a fucking third-party publisher, your competitor, which is Xbox, and this is a Xbox Studio dev that uses your own PSSR technology and put it into Gears of War, and they made it run even better? And they have no business of this technology. They didn't even know about or even know anything about your PSSR garbage, but they managed to make it work. But yeah, I don't see that same energy from Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. But they was quick to go to Black Myth Wukong and say, oh yeah, no, please, we'll help you make the game run better. We'll PSSR and all this bullshit. But they haven't done it for this game. And Metal Gear Solid Snake Delta, which is Metal Gear Solid 3, was a PlayStation fucking exclusive on your own platform. And here it is again. It's remade from the ground up. You was expecting that Sony and PlayStation will do the same treatment for you guys. No, but they gave you dog water, and they basically said, no, 720, 30 FPS below, unstable frame rate on the PS5 Pro. That's still passable. That's still good. And y'all guys still eat it up and brought it, right? Nobody was crying about that.
Man, I feel bad for us in gaming right now. This is absolutely insane. This is a punch to the freaking gut right now.
For you, but for everyone else, this is just another day in the office. Is whatever. Nobody cares. For me personally, I don't give a fuck. I don't care because I'm on PC anyway. And let's say if I was in this situation right now, guess what I would have done? I would have said, all right, well, I'm going to be ready to go into PC anyway. So they raise the prices up. Then I'm just going to resell it when GTA 6 comes close. I can wait for GTA 6, buy it on the PC, 2 years, whatever, how many years later. It's not a rush for me. I can absolutely wait. I got plenty of games to play. So that's my plan, and it's easy to do. And I'm going to get my fucking money either way. I'm going to get all of my money back. And then I can save that money and just build me a PC and just go on my merry way. There's plenty of options you can go about this. Okay?
bro, this holiday season, like you look at your mom or your wife or your husband, like, baby, I need a new Xbox. How much is it? I want the one with the 2 terabyte hard drive. How much?
2 terabyte hard drive. Who wants that? They're gonna most likely gonna go with the 1 terabyte or the digital one. That's most likely what they're going to do. Nobody has to buy the top of the line stuff. That's y'all motherfuckers doing. Y'all buying the top of the line shit. It's not worth it. It's not worth buying the top of the line. We can clearly see that it's a scam. Okay? You know, we can say the same thing for Microsoft right now. It's like buying the 2 terabyte for that price is a fucking scam. Don't do it. Don't buy it. And like, again, I don't even recommend people to buy this console generation for GTA 6. Save it for next generation console for that money. That's what I recommend. You know, if the rumors are true and to be speculated that we're getting way more power and way more this, of course it's going to be even more expensive. It ain't going to be cheap. Right? Every console generation, is the thing is moving up. It's going up. It's not going down, it's going up. Every console generation. But it's up to you where you want to put your money at. Again, like, these consoles and these games are not holding me down. I can just go wherever the games are at and just play on that platform. That's all I can do. And if I don't like the game, then I don't have to buy it. As simple as that. It's nothing to cry about. I don't know why this dude is crying for, man.
Just $800. Oh, they're gonna be looking at you like, what? I mean, I thought PS5 Pro was ridiculously expensive. Like, I literally thought, wait a minute.
Which it still is, because you know why? It's because the Xbox, the 2 terabyte, it's just 2 terabytes, right? But you still got the disc drive, and the stand is already built in with the console, so they're not selling anything separate. So there's that part. But when you buy the PS5 Pro, you gotta buy the stand separate, the disc drive separate. It does not come with it. It does not come included, and it's cost $750. So you add both of those up, that's before even buying a game. You're already hitting $900 easily. And then when you buy a game, you're already at $1,000.
Wait a minute.
Don't know.
PS5 Pro is ridiculous.
But Xbox just raised the price back in
Bro.
May. And now they raising it again?
Again,
Get
yes.
the heck out of here, Microsoft.
Bro, yes,
Angry
bro.
face emoji.
Yes. Again.
Again, this is for people that don't have a console. If you already have a console, then this is a nothing burger for y'all, because you already got it. And like I said before, you can literally take it and use it to whatever you want. Same thing for PlayStation. If you already have the PlayStation, had that's worth a lot more money now, and you can resell it and do whatever you want with it. So if you already have the Pro right now, just sell it and get all your money back. Don't go to fucking Best Buy. Don't go to Best Buy or go to GameStop or whatever, because they'll just try to buy it off of you for cheap. Sell it on your own time and sell it on your Facebook Market. Just be careful, you know, but you can sell it and then you can just get all your money back, you know, get all of your money, you know, that you brought it on day one. So you're not really nobody really is not taking a loss. The only thing that you're taking a loss in is either your time and the time you spent with the console. So if you have the Pro and you buying these games and it's not performing or playing up to snuff where you want them to be, especially first party titles, you know, then I understand that you're angry or upset or be like, you know, damn, this is just a waste of money. I should have stuck with my base PS5 and I would have been perfectly fine, you know. But again, it's not the end of the world for you. You could just literally just resell that Pro, get most of your fucking money back, and you'd be good to go. So then you can put that money towards building a PC. Go to Micro Center, they'll do it for you.
And bro, literally again, after they raised the price in May, and you're going up on the price again? $800. I need you guys to understand the significance of this. $800 before taxes. That's almost $900, depending on.
And you see how we doing this fake ass outrage? And again, you can go back up here again. This is not me damage controlling, but I'm just pointing shit out, right? Like, again, it's ridiculous for the Series X for 2 terabytes for about $800. That's ridiculous. Like, honestly, at that point, you might as well just build a PC with that point. You know? But, like, again, you don't have to buy anything extra for this. Unlike the PS5 Pro, even though it's $750, you still gotta buy the stand if you want the stand. That's another $30. And then if you want the drive as well, the disk drive, that's $80. And that's not even including tax. So you already, just those 2 items there, plus the Pro, you're already hitting up to $900 and something dollars. Then plus 1 game, a new AAA title game, you're already hitting up to $1,000. Already, you're already hitting up to $1,000. Marlon, what the fuck are you talking about? You're already hitting up $1,000.
Where you are, my Canadian brothers and sisters, my European brothers and sisters out there.
No, they're not your brothers and sisters. Let's just keep it a buck. You ain't my brother. I'll tell you that.
My Japanese, my Chinese brothers and sisters.
Those motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you.
With inflation and currency exchanges, you're paying a boatload of freaking money. And in some regions, especially Europe, Xbox is not doing so great. $800 before taxes, bro? Man, I feel so happy picking up this thing when I did. Now the price of this thing now on the used market is about to shoot through the roof.
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. Good. And you can resell that shit when GTA 6 comes around, because guess what? They're either gonna buy it brand new or they're gonna go in the used market. And most of those people, they're smart. Like some consumers, they're smart. They don't just drop money just to drop money. They're gonna go to the used market first before they even go out there and think about buying a brand new one. It's beneficial for us as consumers. It's beneficial for us because when we're ready to say, look, I'm gonna move on the PC, this person may be hell bent to say, I don't want to spend on a new PC. I don't want to deal with PC. I don't have enough money right now for a new console, but I do want to get me to play this GTA 6 because I don't want to get left behind. So I'm willing to go into the used market, buy it from off of somebody, and then play GTA whatever, and go about my business. That seems like a valid option. I don't know. It's beneficial for us. Because it's secondhand market. This is just money exchange between me and you. Shit, like again, Microsoft already got your money. If you already bought the console, they got your money. But again, if they thinking like, you know, people gonna go run out to the store, some people will buy a brand new system, right? They will. But some people, if not most people, are gonna say, let me go into the used market first, buy it, and then I'll be good to go. Some people even do that for their kids for Christmas. They buy used shit and they wrap it in the box and pretend like it's brand new. Like, oh man, it's a brand new system. Look, Merry Christmas. But that's not even new. It was a used system. That's all it is. And it just plays, you know, but the kids don't even know that it's a used system. They just think it's brand new.
And you got to ask yourself, like, is it worth it?
You got to ask yourself this. Is the PlayStation 5 Pro worth it? No. As much as the console prices raise up, I'm not damage controlling it. And I will highly recommend people to go and build a PC with that money. That's number one. Or get a small mini PC if you can. If you don't know nothing about PC. If you're new to going into PC, I suggest spending that same amount of money on something like this, a powerful system, small, miniature sized PC, get used to it. You can still play AAA games on here and all this stuff. Do that first and then go buy yourself, then invest into an actual PC rig, because at least you know the software, you know what to do. That's my first recommendation. If you're already used to PC, you did it on a laptop, you're used to it, but you need an actual system, then yeah, I will say, yeah, I will highly recommend go get a PC first. Now, if you know, my second recommendation is, if you know you're buying it for GTA 6, right? If you really, really want to play GTA 6, I recommend buying, saving up that money instead of spending on this console generation. Save that up, save it for next generation consoles, because then that way when you play GTA 6, it's going to run better on next generation hardware than this generation hardware. That's my second recommendation. I will not recommend for both platforms, especially for GTA 6. I recommend no. But even though, which one would I recommend? Like, if I had to pick one, I will still say Xbox is still recommended. Two models that are way cheaper, even so they raise up their prices, the cheapest one you can get is $400. Like if it was brand new. Okay? And I like in the Game Pass, you got that. Backwards compatibility, which it works on both between digital and physical. So if you're getting the digital version for the Series S, you still get backwards compatibility for digital on that, and you could buy digital games from like old like 360 and also the OG Xbox. You could buy them. You don't need a subscription service for that. And then on top of that, you got dev mode. You pay $20 and you can put in emulation on both the Series S and X. You can play PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games, Nintendo games, GameCube games. You can put emulation on there as well. And you don't need to reboot a system and do nothing crazy. It does the dual boot, meaning that if you exit out of dev mode, you're back into your normal Xbox user experience that you want to play. And if you want to go into dev mode, you can do that without losing anything, and you can play all of your emulation. So therefore, Xbox is the clear fucking winner over fucking PlayStation. Easily at the end of the fucking day. If I had to pick one, just for console, like without PC or anything, just a console, it's still going to be Xbox at the end of the day. Still a L, it still sucks. Again, I'm not damage controlling. I'm just letting you know. I'm just speaking facts here. At the end of the day, it's still worth it. But go ahead.
Is it really? And the PS5 Pro is the more powerful machine. The PS5
Pro is not even powerful. Like, again, you see how he's glazing on this bullshit? It's the most powerful system. It's the most powerful system, but it was running Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 720p. 720p. Do you not hear? 720p. 720p, struggling to hit 60. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. And I know Borderlands 4, right? When we go back, Borderlands 4 has bad optimization too, right? And I totally agree. But even for this game right here, you're not even struggling as hard as fucking Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. And Borderlands runs decently well on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Than Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater is an old ass game. Like, if it was more powerful, then it should be able to run games like from remakes and remasters. It should be able to run these games without no problem, without breaking a sweat. If he so-called claims that it's the most powerful system. But it's not. And we know it's not because we already see GTA 6 is run. Look, PS5. Look, do I have to blow this up? Here, I'll blow it up. I'm gonna scroll up. Let me move this to the side. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is base PS5. This doesn't even have a PS5 Pro logo. Usually the logo will go right there on the top. There is no logo for it. They should have been having both PS5 Pro and the base PS5. They didn't even put the Pro version. Because you know why? Because it's going to run at 30 FPS. Same thing for the Xbox Series X and the S model, which we know that is not as powerful as the PS5 and the Series X. So if you know they're going to have the S version on here, guess what? It's going to run at 30 FPS. Same thing for the base PS5. It's going to run at 30 FPS. And Marlin Gaming over here is glazing on the PS5 Pro, claiming that it's the most powerful system, and yet is struggling on Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater and GTA 6 is going to be running that game at 30 FPS. Yeah, drop $750 plus tax, which is $800, and go play GTA 6 when it comes out and drop, and you're going to run that game at 30 FPS? I don't know if you remember or seen any gameplay footage of when Grand Theft Auto 5, when that dropped. Everybody thought and speculated Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to have all of these features and all of this stuff and all of these knickknacks and everything else. Okay, what happened to that game? When it dropped on that 360 and that PlayStation 3, it was struggling. It was struggling. It was scaled down. It looked pixelated as fuck. Then when the PC version came out, 10 times better than the game version on the 360 and the PlayStation 3. This is going to be no different for this fucking game. This game right here ain't going to be no different than how it was launched for GTA 5. When it first launched, it's going to be just like this on GTA 6. It's going to be struggling. It's going to scale back. It's going to look, I would not say pixelated, but it's not going to be like all of these dense areas and a whole bunch of pedestrians walking around. They're going to cut all of that shit back. The only way you're going to get a whole bunch of pedestrians, wildlife, and all this stuff is either you got to buy it for next generation console or you're going to wait for the PC version. It ain't going to run like with a whole bunch of NPCs and everything else. It is CPU intensive. That's why I sit there and say you might as well wait and spend money for the next generation PS6 or the next Xbox, because you're getting better performance overall, and it's going to run GTA 6 way more better at 60 FPS, way more better and more comparable on the next generation console than this current console right now at the time of this recording of this video. It's ridiculous.
Pro has better upscaling technology than this, and it's ever changing, and it's getting so much better and supposed to be getting a significant update. This make the PS5 Pro look like it.
The significant update? What significant update are you talking about? They ain't gonna significantly update shit. Just because, okay, see how Marlon is glazing and he's getting confused? He's glazing that, oh, well, the PS5 Pro is going to get this update and shit like that. Let me tell you something. That's update on a system. Okay? That's not going... Okay, it's just like this. You see this mini PC? This mini PC that I have in my hands right now. It's not as powerful as my computer rig that I have over there. Even though if I updated this, updated the graphics driver and all this bullshit right here, it ain't gonna make my games run any better. I'm still stuck with the fucking hardware that I have in here, which is, like, again, if I crack this open and show you, right, clearly, right, if I show you this, I don't know if it can get it. I don't know if it can get it on here, but I guess it's, like, blacked out. I don't know why, but I guess it's, like, my thing. But if you can see it, like above right here, if you see it right here, right? There's the RAM. There's my SSD right here, right? There's my 500 whatever boot. The only two things I can upgrade in this system is the RAM and this. The CPU and GPU is stuck on here. There's nothing I can do about it. But I need that. I need better CPU and GPU hardware so I can run games better. Okay, just because I updated this, right? You know, I updated this. It's not going to make my shit run better. He's already sitting there saying, oh, we're supposed to get the significant update. That ain't going to do shit. That ain't going to do shit. You need better hardware in those consoles. The console's going to have remained the same fucking thing. GTA, the PlayStation 5 Pro, all they did was they significantly improved the GPU, not the CPU. The CPU is still the same from the base PS5.
Grand Theft Auto 6 and Grand Theft Auto 5 are CPU intensive. You know why it's CPU intensive and not GPU? Because of the NPCs. Hello? The NPCs, the draw distances, all the boats and the cars that you see in the fucking world. You go into the club is not fucking empty in there. It's because it's CPU intensive. You need better CPU to make the game run better. If it's stuck on the same CPU from the old hardware like this, it ain't gonna run it any better. This thing can't even run GTA 6 on this fucking thing. It's crazy. Even if I pay for this, let's say if hypothetically if I pay $700 for this, it ain't gonna run any better because it's not better hardware. Come on, updates doesn't do shit. You need better hardware to make it run better.
Than this, and it's ever changing, and it's getting so much better, and supposed to be getting a significant update. This make the PS5 Pro look like it ain't trying.
The PS5 Pro is fucking trash, and it's not going to run GTA 6 at 60 FPS. It's going to be on 30.
I mean, I thought $699 was a lot of money. I remembered when the PS5 Pro got announced, and we got pricing and everything for this thing. And people are like, $699, is Sony out of their freaking mind? So Sony just went up on the PS5 Pro.
Why are you doing this fake outrage shit? Because, like, again, if you go in the background, if you look at Marlon's gaming, like, and you look at his background, let's go look at the background of his shit. He's sitting here doing this rage bait ass fucking video, but let's go count how many consoles that this dude has. Okay, look at this. Ghost of Tsushima. 1. I don't know whether that's a statue or whatever. 2, 3, all of those games, the Nintendo Switch, the Switch 2, all of those games right there, the TV in the back right there, a PC right there, PlayStation 5 Pro, right? And whatever PlayStation games that he has, the Xbox that he has on his hand, and then the PC that he spent, which he spent $6,000. And he brought a 5090 to run his channel. The microphone, the stands, whatever key lights that he has in the background. You know how much that shit adds up to? He spent well over, if you add all this shit up, bro, he's literally spent well over 10K. His room is 10K plus. He's already right here doing this fake outrage and rage bait. Nigga, do you not look around you? You can't really talk shit or say anything because you're the one who's spending money on this. He's raging and upset like, but nobody ain't put a gun to your fucking head and made you go out there and go spend a fucking 5090. Who made you spend that money? Who? Not me. I don't make any of my audience members to go out there. Yeah, go out there, go spend on the Xbox Series X console. Go get it. It's amazing, you guys. Go get it. Hell no, man. I'm just letting you know the reality, and I'm just letting you know here's all the options you can do. Here's the facts that I'm telling you. It's up to you what you want to fucking do. It ain't none of my concern or business. I don't cry on here like some bitch. Doing some fake ass outrage and shit is ridiculous. Do you not hear this shit? If you count all of his shit, you added all it up, he literally spent well over 10K. And he's sitting here acting like, but remember, his last video is like, oh, you know, that PS5 Pro, man, it went up, man. Shit is getting so expensive, man. I don't know, you guys, man. I can't do this anymore, man. It's getting tough for me to run a YouTube channel, bro. I might have to put this YouTube channel in the back seat, you know, and I gotta hustle and come up with some money, you know. I had to dig out of my savings because I gotta run this channel, you guys. You guys support me. I appreciate you guys. You know, instead of you saving money, I appreciate you sending money to my way to help me to pay my bills and also digging out some of my money and also you giving me money so I can go get this 5090 so I can run my channel. And also I'm buying the PS5 Pro, the Series X, 2 terabyte model, and all of this great things that I buy. Look at all the God of War, you know, Ragnarok, you know, the collectors, the PlayStation Collector's Edition one. I appreciate you guys, man. You made that happen for me. But right now, I'm kind of in a struggle because I digged up too much out of my savings account. Okay? And I spent it all on that $6,000 PC. I'm kind of in a bind right now, bro. It's putting me in a bind. It's so hard for me to keep going on this channel. But without you guys paying money or giving me money and subscribing to my channel, I don't know where would I be at. I could be doing 4 or 5 jobs doing Uber Eats, you know, with my little scissor hands. That's the type of bullshit that y'all fucking people are so, like, most of these people are so brain dead thinking like, oh, Marlon Gaming's amazing, oh my god. Shut the fuck up.
Right?
Oh my god.
And now it's $750. And people are like saying, okay, that's out of reach. Bro, $800.
Say $750 is out of reach too.
Let that sink in. $50 more for a Series X, but the Pro is more powerful.
Thanks for the dono.
Like,
The Pro is not even that powerful. What the fuck are you talking about? Your 5090 that you have, that you spent $6,000, runs circle on both the Xbox Series X and your PlayStation 5 Pro. The fuck are you talking about? You brought a 5090 and you spent $6,000 to run your channel. And you got another PC right there in the background. Bro, your 5090 that you have right now running your channel is running circles on both the Pro and the Series X console. The fuck are you talking about? Do you not fucking realize what you fucking have in your system? Marla Gaming doesn't even have a fucking clue. What does he have in his system? He literally has a 50 fucking 90 in his system to run the fucking channel. And he's telling me and you, the people who's watching, he's telling your fucking ass that, oh yeah, but the PS5 Pro is more powerful. Bitch, your 5090 and your whole $6,000 system is 10 times more powerful than the fucking Pro. Oh my god. The glazing on the PS5 Pro. This is exactly why I'm telling y'all motherfuckers, stop listening to these wannabe ass gamers and these fucking fanboys. They clearly don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, seriously. If you really take a step back and think about it for a minute, like, yeah, you know what? You're right. If you add all of this shit up and everything else, he spent well over 10K just in the room by himself. And on top of that, he's telling me that the PlayStation 5 Pro is more powerful, but yet he buying a 5090 and he spent $6,000 on his system to run his channel, yet that fucking card alone and whatever CPU he has can run circles on the fucking Pro. The fucker. Oh my. He's a lost cause. Let's move on.
A video today talking about why specifically
I'm moving on.
I think it is important not to buy this. And it's not just
here we go. Not to buy what? This right here. There's 2 models right here, Dreamcast guy. There's gonna be one for $899 and there's one gonna be $550. There's literally 2 models right here. What are we talking about? Not to buy this. Do you not hear? Wait. Do you not hear this man what he just said? He's saying not to buy this. Not to buy this. You know what? Hold on. Let me
let me embarrass this dude right here and now. Because this is getting ridiculous. He's telling me not to buy this, right? Not to buy this. Okay, you want me to do it? Here, I'll do it. Hold on. Let's scroll all the way down. This is you, right? This is you, right? Nintendo. Oh wait, Nintendo is a ripoff, right? Talking about the key cards and stuff and all this stuff. The Nintendo Switch. Remember that? You said you're not gonna buy the Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo Switch 2. But you brought the Nintendo Switch 2 and you brought games with it. For $500 and something, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me scroll down because I gotta see. There should be a video about this. There should be a video about this. Cheap. Look at this. Nintendo cheap rush launch. See, look at this. Big leaks. Look at this. Our gaming consoles are dying. Yeah, look at this. And then you talking shit about this. But then look at the Switch. Look at this. Wait, this one right
now
here.
For my entire life, but I've been reviewing them specifically now for about 12 years. I've got old pictures.
This is you, right? Look, here's the title. I hate the Nintendo Switch 2. And he still buys the Nintendo Switch and he's still playing on the Nintendo Switch 2. He said he will not buy it, but he brought it. He plays it. He said he hates it, but he's still playing the Nintendo Switch 2. Now he's doing the same thing for the Xbox Handheld, telling us not to buy it. But let me guess, he's going to buy it and review it, right?
Specifically, I think it is important not to buy this. And it's not just anti-Xbox.
Oh, it's not just anti-Xbox? Oh, but you was anti-Nintendo. You made a whole bunch of fucking videos. You even have a review saying, I hate the Nintendo Switch 2. Honest review.
A device I got last night. I decided to play it pretty much nonstop. I've just spent the last 12 hours playing every exclusive, every new feature, testing stuff out, popping off Joy-Cons and stuff. And I gotta say that immediately, even after that first 12 hours, I kind of regret buying it. This thing just feels like...
Oh my god. I caught this motherfucker in 4K. Nope. I caught this motherfucker. Oh my god. Do you not hear this shit? Now he's telling me, hey yo, don't buy the Xbox handle. Don't buy it. I bought the Switch and I hate it, but I'm still playing on the Switch. You see, he didn't even return the Switch back to the store because he still got it. He didn't return it. Even though the key cards and all this bullshit, he's still playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. He's probably still playing that Mario Kart game. Oh, he's still playing on that shit. But tell us why I shouldn't buy this.
It's not just Xbox got no games. I wanted to sort of break down why I do believe the next generation of console warring isn't going to be Nintendo versus Microsoft versus Sony. It's not even going to be PC versus console. I do think the next console war that is going to be kicking off here in the next 2 years is going to be the handheld wars.
Why are we doing this fucking handheld war? This fucking dude just said the handheld wars. Seriously, we went from console wars to the handheld wars. What's next? Is going to be cloud gaming wars? What's next? What's next is going to be the digital war, the Cold War digital war. That's what's going to be next. The VR wars. What the fuck? What the fuck kind of bullshit are we doing here? Do you not just hear this clown? Do you not just hear this clown? He obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's talking. Like, for real, put this fucking shit down.
And I have to admit that companies now are basically saying, okay, how non-gamers...
Uh-oh, here's the Nintendo Switch. Here comes the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if that's the Switch too, but ain't this was the one that you said, oh...
Back into...
Oh no, that's the old Switch. Oh, look at that. Now he's putting out the old Switch. But you still got that Nintendo Switch too, because I'm pretty sure there's some games right there in the background. You could probably point out that's probably the Nintendo Switch 2 games.
The gaming, but a lot of companies now are basically saying, okay, how can we replicate that? How can we make our own tiny playable gadget? Something you can pick up and play for as cheap as possible and want to buy our games, right? Well, I'm specifically annoyed about the fact that I honestly think that the ROG Ally X, it's teaching us all the wrong lessons. The power of handheld gaming is
teaching us all the wrong lessons. Do you not hear this shit? Wait a minute. He did a whole Nintendo Switch 2. Wait, can you repeat that again? What you were saying about the Nintendo Switch 2 with that handheld?
Decided to play it pretty much nonstop. I've just spent the
so you was playing it nonstop, so you couldn't stop playing.
last 12 hours playing every exclusive, every new feature, testing stuff out, popping off Joy-Cons and stuff. And I gotta say that immediately, even after that first 12 hours, I kind of regret buying it. This thing just feels like it really lacks that Nintendo.
So you kind of regret buying it? If you hate the Nintendo product and all this shit, why did you buy it in the first place?
Spark, that charm, that specialness that made the original Nintendo Switch so great. This thing honestly feels lazy, but let me explain why I'm saying that and why I feel.
And he still got the Switch. He still got the Switch. He still got the Nintendo Switch. He didn't return that shit back. But now you telling me about all the wrong reasons that... What about that PlayStation fucking Portal? Ain't that was all the wrong reasons right there? We went from the PlayStation fucking Vita to the Portal. And a Portal is not even counting as a portable device. You still need a PS5 to even play on the Portal. Like, seriously. And lacking a whole bunch of shit. This shit... Hold on. This right here, this has more features than the fucking Portal. You can do more shit than what the Portal can ever do in a lifetime. The Portal doesn't even have a fucking storefront. You can't even download fucking games on here. You can't even take it on the fucking go. You can't even get apps and put Netflix on that bit. What the fuck? What are we doing? What? Man.
That I honestly think that the ROG Ally X, it's teaching us all the wrong lessons.
Get the fuck out of here.
The power of handheld gaming isn't necessarily having the craziest screen. It's not about having the craziest graphics. It's about the games. And honestly...
The games, yes. And guess what? The games are still... Dreamcast guy, are you fucking serious? There's games that are being made. This is a PC. Literally, you could play all you have to do is just have Steam. And you could play PlayStation games right off the bat. You got Xbox games, Steam, Epic Game. You got 4 storefronts you can play. Good old game. What the fuck are you talking about? You got plenty of games on that fucking device. That's more than that fucking shitty fucking Portal. That's a waste of space and it's a scam for $200 and something and it barely do shit. fuck are we talking about, bro?
Really, it's about that price point. But let me break it.
Oh, here we go. The price point. Okay, you're talking about this right here, but you know they have another version right here. Why you're not talking about that? This is $550. This is like $800. This is the better, whatever, upgraded version. It's no different than the Xbox Series S and X. It's literally no fucking different. Ain't we just talk about this shit? Where it's literally no different from the Xbox Series X and S. It's literally the same shit right here. This is the S version. This is the X version. And he used to complain. And here we go. And he's talking about the fucking price point. Ain't you spend $550 on that Nintendo Switch for Mario Kart World? And then on top of that, you're buying Donkey Kong Bonanza and other games too? You're already up to probably $600, $700, $800 already on that fucking shit. Bro, and like again, you can add all of his games in the background, add the console system that he has. He's easily well past $800, $900 price point. He easily went up to $1,000 plus already. If you count all the games, the PS5 Pro consoles that he has, right? Wait, he has a PS5 Pro that's $750. Before, he used to have even a $500 system, which was the base PS5. And he just brought the Nintendo Switch 2, which that's another $5. So basically, he's already up to $1,000 and some odd dollars. The fuck are you talking? Oh my god! And I guarantee he probably has an Xbox.
Get down. Hi, hope you're having a great day. And if you could please, if you have an go, and I've actually just kept this open because I kept just waiting to see some sort of update from Xbox where they're doing a count.
Why you don't wait for PlayStation giving y'all guys an update on, hey, you guys, how about, you should be making your own handheld system. Well, where's the competition in that? Xbox is out here, is in the competition space. You got Nintendo doing their little shit. Well, what about PlayStation? Where's PlayStation handheld? Oh wait, I forgot. That's like next generation. Totally forgot. They're so clueless in this generation. They can care less. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Wasting all that money on live service games and shutting down studios, and the lack of support of these first party IPs and value. And now you're going to get one AAA game per year on that PlayStation. Only one per year. For the next generation, one AAA game per year. That's it.
Down for a device that legitimately doesn't have a price point, that doesn't have pre-orders. 1 month. When's the last time you saw a device that was this?
Okay, so what? Who cares? It's going to come out.
This advertised, know anything about this yet. And even Brad Sams, this guy's actually a big Xbox leaker, said Microsoft seems to be promoting this far heavier than any of their previous third-party devices. Curious what the arrangement is behind the scenes. Now, separate, it's licensed by XP. We'll slap some Xbox stuff on it, right? But separately, there was going to be a thing called Project Keenan. There was supposed to actually be an Xbox Series S with a screen that you could pick up and play on the go. With Game Pass, with all your native Xbox games, it was basically legitimately an Xbox you could play on the go. But apparently, for some mysterious reason, they canceled that. So this is technically the only portable Xbox that may ever exist, at least
may ever exist. It's going to exist, and they're probably going to partner up even more with other manufacturers. What's wrong with that? PlayStation's doing that right now, currently. What the fuck are they doing? Who's gonna make the handheld PlayStation? Mark Cerny? Shit, Mark Cerny, every time when he makes some shit, he always makes it worse. He did it for the fucking Pro. He made that worse because it didn't outshine or did better or live up to the expectation. You can already imagine what he's gonna do with the fucking handheld. It's gonna make it even worse. Or it has less features, less this, less that. You know how it is. These PlayStation fucking fanboys, they will glaze over anything except for they're not putting out real value in their fucking hardware in their system. They will let me know that the the Portal has so much value. Bitch, this right here got more value than that fucking Portal. The fuck are you talking about? I could download my games. I got Game Pass. I got Steam. I got Epic Game Store. Good old games. Like, what the fuck? I'm getting all of this shit. And I'm playing Xbox games on Game Pass. Man.
For a while yet. But what do you see? What do they see? What are the replies, right? Do I need an Xbox to play? Nope, this is an Xbox. I'm so excited. But people are...
Yeah, just like how the Portal right there. You see how he skimmed through that quickly? Because in the PlayStation fucking Portal, guess what? You need to get a PlayStation in order for you to play on the Portal. You can't play on the Portal just by itself. You can't. Even though it costs $200, way less than the Series X and S handheld ROG Ally. But again, you can't do shit with it. It's a TCL tablet and you don't even have a fucking storefront, nor you can't even download games and apps on that bitch. And you telling me to stay away and not buy that system? What, you want me to buy your shitty little Portal? Are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking retarded? I still need to go get me a PS5 just so that shit can work. Why would I drop $500 and then buy a Portal? I'm already at $700. $200 for the Portal, buying the system, and then buying the games. I'm already at $700, $800 already. What the fuck? Are you fucking retarded?
Being like, where's the pre-order? Stay tuned. Where's the pre-order? Stay tuned. The clock is ticking. This is obviously ROG themselves. So let's talk about that leaked price point. Somebody at Best Buy is currently setting up the displays. This has been verified now by multiple people, but apparently this is the price of the ROG Ally X. It is $900 for the more beefy version and about $500.
Okay, and guess what? They had their original one that they came out not that long ago, well, a couple of years ago back. It was priced pretty similar. It was about $700 to $800. So this one is $900. Okay, so it's an extra $100 on top of it. Whoopie-doo. This ain't new, folks. This ain't new. There's different price points for these handhelds. Okay? Relax.
$150 for that slightly lower quality version. Now, my reason for making this video, again, it's not just saying, oh, if you buy this, you're a bad person. Oh, this is just a hunk of junk. I do think that from the specs they've released and stuff, this is a pretty beefy piece of tech. Honestly, the graphics of it are going to be pretty decent, but I almost feel like the lesson we're taking from gaming right now is this arms race of power that I just feel like people don't want anymore. Like, maybe I'm...
arm race of power? Well, y'all motherfuckers in Marlin Gaming is still glazing over the PS5 Pro is so powerful, it's the greatest system on earth, all this fucking blobbity bloop. But then yet Marlin Gaming got a 5090 and built his system that cost $6,000 that's probably outsmoking and outperforming his PS5 Pro. But yet he's telling me and everyone else in the audience that is supporting him and also subscribe to him and paying him money, he's still telling us that, oh yeah, the PlayStation 5 Pro is still powerful, is amazing system. Bitch, you got a PC right now running your channel that's can run circles around. Oh my god.
I'm so disconnected, but I feel like I play so many games. I love so many games. I've seen crazy indies and big AAA and little weird pixel art and all of necessarily, oh, it's 4K 120 FPS, right? Let's talk about the success of the best handheld that's sort of outside the mainstream, right? Obviously, the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2, these are big old beefy boys. But what has been the biggest...
Big old beefy boys? Yeah, the one that you hate, that you do not like and you regret it. But you're still holding on to that, right? Still got your original Switch, and you're still holding on to the Switch 2. Didn't regret buying for both of those prices, and I'm pretty sure you add that plus your Pro plus whatever, and let's not forget those $16,000 donation for your fucking teeth to get fixed, which I doubted that shit cost $16,000. That was a scam, and I'm pretty sure his teeth only probably cost like $8,000, probably like $5,000 to $8,000 to pay for, not $16,000. Yep.
Independent success, probably the Steam Deck, but even this has only sold a couple million units. This has sold roughly 3.5 million units. Now, personally, I'm obsessed with my Steam Deck. A lot of people are. The fact that you can just instantly dock it, it instantly carries cloud saves back and forth. You can.
Okay, and guess what? The ROG Ally X and S is going to do the same thing. They just got 2 different specs on there. You can cloud save, do this, do that. The fuck is your problem? What the fuck is the point? It's because of the price point? Okay, but guess what? The Steam Deck been out for a while now. This is a whole new device with new tech. Of course it's going to be expensive, but it's a new device with better hardware inside of that. It's going to run better. It's going to play better. We don't know about the OS. I gotta see how the OS operates, but I'm pretty sure that it can play games and do what it needs to do. It can do all that fancy stuff. The fuck is your point, Dreamcast guy? This doesn't make any sense. Yes, it's a Steam Deck. Anybody can go out and pick it up and buy it and whatever. The fuck? Why should I stay away from the Xbox handheld? So what, you want me to pick up a Steam Deck? What if I don't want the Steam Deck? I just want an Xbox handheld Royale.
Emulate games on this. It can play literally.
And it can do the same thing with the Xbox ROG Ally S and X. This can obviously do the same thing too. What the fuck is your point? This is the shit that I'm saying.
Anything. You can mod it. You can customize it. This is fantastic.
And you can do that too on that system as well.
Fantastic. But honestly, the graphics on the Steam Deck, not that insane. If you actually look at the top played games on Steam Deck.
Yeah, of course. We know that. Okay, and your point?
Usually it's stuff like Hades, it's Slay the Spire, it's Vampire Survivors. It's games that are really, really fun, that have cool soundtracks, that have a lot of stuff. I think that companies are still trying to think about basically handhelds in the way they think about PC gaming, or thinking about it in the way they think of the PlayStation 5.
The Steam Deck is a PC, you know that, and you're holding a PC handheld right now.
I would love to know the numbers of the PlayStation 5 Pro, how much they've sold of the PlayStation 5 Pro, because as much as I enjoy my Pro, I don't think it's been this overwhelming.
You enjoy your Pro? Ain't you made a video that you kind of regret having the Pro in the first place? Just like how we caught you in this one. About, oh, I hate the Nintendo Switch 2, but you still got the Nintendo Switch 2.
Crazy gangbuster success. I think a lot of people that are buying PlayStations are buying it for the third party. Because, I mean, let's face it, there isn't a lot of first party PlayStation the last couple of years.
Oh, you finally speaking the truth? It's about fucking time.
Other than like Concord.
Wow, that's the first time he ever speaking the actual fucking truth about fucking PlayStation and giving actual people a reality check. Yeah, there's nothing but, yeah. I can honestly agree with you. It's about fucking time you actually says something that is honestly fucking truthful. But of course, it's always be like, Xbox is dead, hate Xbox, blah, 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 all this fucking garbage. Because I'm guessing your rent is due, so...
And a lot of people buying stuff, it's, hey, I want to play Final Fantasy XIV online with my friends. Hey, I want to play the new Resident Evil in the best graphics possible. Got controllers that configure perfectly. That, to me, that's the console experience. But these prices, making this more expensive than even a PS5 Pro, This seems like not only will this obviously flop, I feel like it's teaching.
It's not going to flop. How is it going to flop? This right here, this handheld is going to run better than the PS5 Pro. Because, like, again, you're dealing with new hardware, new tech, new CPU, new graphics card. This is new stuff. This is not old stuff. This is not like PS5 Pro came out like a decade ago. Like the PS5, the base PS5 came out in 2020. We are in 2025. Technology and graphics card has advanced over the past 5 fucking years. Did you not fucking realize that? We went from AM4 to now we're in AM5. We're in a whole new like CPU era in terms of CPU. Like AMD went from AM4 to AM5. They are going from, we went from the 6000 series graphics card. Now we're at the 9000 series graphics card at AMD. Same thing for Nvidia. We went from a 3000 series graphics card from Nvidia to now we're at the 5000 series, the 5090, the 5060, the 5070, the 5000 series for Nvidia graphics card. In the past fucking 5 years, we went from the 3000 series from a couple years back going into the 4000 series, and now we're in the 5000 series. Technology and graphics and CPU and other things has advanced. This shit right in here is not old tech. They're not taking existing shit. They already have new technology into this fucking handheld. This shit is probably gonna run better than the Steam Deck. I'm pretty damn sure. Because, like, again, Steam Deck came out a while ago. They refreshed it, but it's still the Steam Deck. It's still the same Steam Deck. They just improved certain things about the Steam Deck. We didn't have the Steam Deck 2 yet. This is a new device on the market. It's going to have new hardware, new software, new GPU, new CPU. This is all new shit. The fuck are you talking about? Of course it's going to be as fucking expensive. Because it's fucking new. It is new. Why do you think people buy iPhones each and every year? It's a new iPhone, new this, new that, new technology, new this, new CPU, new this, new that. They got new shit. This ain't old shit. This is new shit.
This very insane lesson. It feels like the industry is trying to tell us everything is going to keep going up. You will be priced out. Look at this. A handheld being double the price of a digital PS5 is laughable. $900 in the United States, then it'll be $1,200 equivalent in third world countries. The ROG design is sleek, but I wonder if the performance boost justifies the price jump from the original ROG Ally they released a couple years ago. This is my thing, is that even Xbox, I truly don't think they care about this. Xbox's big problem: AAA publishers don't care about Xbox Play Anywhere. So here is how this works. The new Xbox handheld does not actually play Xbox games. It doesn't play old Xbox games. It doesn't have some built.
And that's okay, because I'm on PC and we're perfectly fine. But I'm pretty sure, this is my speculation at this point, but I'm pretty sure that we are going to see a console hybrid for the next generation consoles, which is going to play console games and also is going to play PC-like games and that architecture. We're going to get some type of hybrid. This is going to be the first step into that. They're most likely is going to give this ROG Ally for both versions. I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to update this so it can allow you to play Xbox console games. And let's say if it didn't, this is still a PC in your hands. You can literally emulate games on this. This is not, this is not going to stop you from doing, you know, like Asus and Xbox is not going to stop you from emulating games on this system. This system is going to let you emulate games. It's letting you have fucking Steam, for crying out loud. Steam, GOG, all those. What the fuck are we talking about, man?
Built-in emulator that lets you play Xbox One and Xbox 360 the way,
And PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 game emulation as well.
the Series X does. Nope, this is only a Windows handheld with the new big screen.
Okay, and it's a Windows handheld, just like how my PC right here that I have right here in front of me, guess what? It's a window. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a window PC. You know, what the fuck? Hold on, let me just put that down. But you can see, it's a window PC. Oh my god. Like, Jesus Christ, like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, are we serious right now? And I can just do whatever the fuck I want. All right.
Screen mode they have right here, right? Full screen experience. People have basically already got firmware that runs on the ROG Ally X. They've gotten it to run on other ROG Allies. So really, anything that makes this particularly special can basically be ported. But my thing is the fact that what's really weird about this is that the original premise,
just like how Steam with their with their OS, you can basically take the Steam OS and you can run it on any other device as well. It doesn't have to be the Steam Deck, the Steam Deck. You can run it even on a PC. You could run the Steam OS even on this little small device that I only pay for. You can run the Steam Deck OS on this shit. I can do that. I don't have to run Windows on it. You could run Linux on this shit perfectly fine. Dreamcast guy, where the fuck have you been? Like, bro, this ain't fucking new, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anything that's Xbox Play Anywhere, you buy it on your Xbox, you can play it on your phone or on your PC, or you can play it on your ROG Ally X.
Which is a better value than what PlayStation is making you do is, oh, you brought Horizon Zero Dawn? Yeah, I get it. You brought Horizon Zero Dawn on PlayStation, on the PlayStation 5, but guess what? Now you're on PC. Well, you're gonna have to buy that game again. Doesn't matter if you're a customer of ours. We want you to pay that game again. So you're gonna buy it again. Yeah, you're gonna dip out $70 out of your pocket to play Horizon Zero Dawn again on PC.
But nobody's doing that. Nobody's really pitching in. In a lot of ways, not only is the Xbox handheld just an even worse version of the Steam Deck, it just feels like a giant.
How is it the worst version of the Steam? Do you fucking hear this? Do you fucking hear this? He said it's the worst version than the fucking Steam Deck. Bro, hold on. Hold on. I'll be right back I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Hold on. You gotta take a step back for a minute and really think about this. Do you not just hear this fucking man just said it's the worst version than the fucking Steam Deck? And yet this is brand new hardware, brand new chips, brand new everything. Everything is new onto the system. This is not old shit. And he said it's gonna run worse than the Steam. Are you serious? Hold on, you gotta go back.
For success. I think a lot of people that are buying PlayStations are buying it for the third party. Because, I mean, let's face it, there isn't a lot of first party PlayStation the last couple of years other than like Concord. And a lot of people buying stuff, it's, hey, I want to play Final Fantasy 14 online with my friends. Hey, I want to play the new Resident Evil in the best graphics possible. Hey, I want to actually experience games on my system that's easy, it auto updates, it's got controllers to configure perfectly. That, to me, that's the console experience. But these prices, making this more expensive than even a PS5 Pro, this seems like not only will this obviously flop, I feel like it's teaching this very insane lesson. It feels like the industry is trying to tell us everything is going to keep going up. You will be priced out. Look at this. A handheld being double the price of a digital PS5 is laughable. $900 in the United States, then it'll be $1,200 equivalent in third world countries. The ROG design is sleek, but I wonder if the performance boost justifies the price jump from the original ROG Ally they released a couple years ago. This is my thing, is that even Xbox, I truly don't think they care about this. Xbox's big problem: AAA publishers don't care about Xbox Play anyway.
Let me go.
So here's how this works.
So
the new Xbox handheld does not actually play Xbox games.
Oh my god, let me go speak for this.
Not only is the Xbox handheld just an even worse version of the Steam Deck, it just feels like a giant answer to a question no one's asking, which is, what if we had a much more expensive, much more downgraded, much worse battery life, much more clunky version of a...
Wow, that sounds like everything that you said about the Nintendo Switch 2, but you still got the Nintendo Switch 2 and you haven't fucking returned it back.
Steam Deck. This thing, when I bought it, this is the middle of the range version, I think. This one cost me $400. Then I spent some money on a better drive for it. I bought a dock.
And you spend the Nintendo Switch 2 bashing on it, making a whole bunch of videos about the Nintendo Switch 2 is this, key card, all this bullshit, but yet you went out there, you still bought the Nintendo Switch, you put a review out, and you're saying you regret buying it, you didn't like this and this and this and that, and you like some aspects of it, but you didn't return it back, even though you was bashing a whole bunch of videos all the way up to release, and you showed in this video that you still have the original Switch and the Switch 2, and you still brought games for it. But you're sitting there saying, oh, the Switch is bad, don't buy the Switch, this and that, but you're the same person who went out there, brought the Switch, don't like the Switch, you still playing on the Switch, and you still giving Nintendo your fucking money. Make it make sense.
I bought some controllers. I probably spent $550, close to $600 on this, and I've put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this thing. The idea that the basic model of this, if you're just trying to buy an Xbox thing, this is going to cost you $550 for even the bad version of the ROG Ally. This to me seems like, honestly,
$550 version for a bad ROG Ally is supposed to be a level for entry-level people that wants to get in and buy it. I'm going to buy it. It's not a bad device. It's 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes. I'm perfectly fine with that. If I want to upgrade it, I'm pretty sure you could just crack this open and just upgrade it. Okay, I spent about $1,000 and some odd dollars on my PC, but I can open up the PC and then I can add whatever I want. Oh, I want more RAM? I can get more RAM kits. Okay, if I want a better graphics card, I take out the old one and put a new one in there. If I want a better motherboard, I buy a better motherboard. If I want a better CPU, I can just take out the CPU and put a better CPU in there. You can crack them open. You know the Steam Deck, you could do that too. You could crack it open and you can add certain things you want. You could put more driver space even in the Steam Deck. You don't have to buy the expensive one. They usually go with the low end one, and then later on, all they have to do is just open it up and store shit. It's just like this. I brought this. Look at this. Watch. All I have to do is just literally crack this open from the top. I can put in more storage. I could take this out and I can put a bigger 1 terabyte boot drive. And I can put more RAM. I can take these 16 gigabytes of RAM out of here and go all the way up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. And put it together and it's going to run fine. I can crack this open. I can do it. The only thing I can't do is just change the CPU and GPU. That stays on the board. But everything else, I can crack it open, put more storage, get a better boot drive, and upgrade my RAM to 16 to 32 gigs. Easily. And I can put it back together and I'm all set. And I can turn it on and do this. You should be able to do this even on the ROG Ally. Like, what are we talking about here? And you could do that on the Steam Deck, you know that? And also on the Legion Go too. The fuck are we talking about?
Such a catastrophic failure. So let me help you
The only one that's had a catastrophic fucking failure was that fucking the PlayStation Portal. That is a tragedy. That is a failure on PlayStation end because they spent money on a device that you have to buy a PlayStation 5 in order for it to fucking work. Meanwhile, this right here, it's a standalone device that it can actually work. And it's not just for Xbox. You can play Steam games, Epic Games, GOG, and Xbox and Game Pass shit. Bro, I got four fucking storefronts. And it's a Windows PC. I can put fucking like mods on there. You can fucking download fucking emulation. What the fuck are we talking about, man? Bitch, it's no different than the PC desktop that I have right here. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I could do? I could use Mod Organizer too. I could probably run that shit on there too. Without a fucking problem. Like, oh my.
Xbox gamers out. When you buy a game on your Xbox Series X, let's say GTA 6, it won't work on your ROG Ally X because it's actually a PC handheld and not an Xbox handheld. You might want to ask your favorite Xbox content creator why they didn't tell you this. So he's obviously
like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock's is a PC. Of course. But guess what? I already, like, bro, that's not a W. Because guess what? This right here, do you see a PS5 Pro logo? No. Do you see the Series S right there, right? Yes. So what does that tell me? It's gonna run at 30 FPS. It ain't gonna run at 60. So even if you brought the PlayStation 5 Pro, it ain't gonna run any better. It's gonna run just like how the base PS5 is going to run just like that. Maybe slightly better resolution. That's all it is. It ain't going to make the game run 60 FPS. None. The Series S and X and this it's not going to run it at 60 FPS. It's going to be running at 30 FPS. They're going to lock it at 30. I know how Rockstar do. What the fuck is that? Like, come on, Puerto Rock. Are you serious?
obviously just being inflammatory, but I do think that this is wild. Xbox has confirmed that the Asus, not really an Xbox, handheld does not have backwards compatibility with previous Xbox titles. Another legendary Moore's Law is Dead leak confirmed, despite the haters.
Okay, and like, bro, do you not know that a PC we can emulate shit? You can emulate games on a PC. You got good old games on there. You can even buy old games on there. Like, I can play God of War 1, 2, and 3 on this device. You can literally do that. You can emulate games on here. This ain't gonna stop you from emulation. You can emulate games, and you can even mod games on there. What the fuck are you talking? Oh my god.
I am in a spot now where I do truly believe we're about to hit a meltdown of sorts. A collapse of game.
A meltdown? The only meltdown is you.
Not the entire industry.
The reason why you're melting down is because you can't console war anymore. Your little console war bullshit and all your little garbage is done. It's over. That ship has already been sailed. Like console wars are done. They're dead now. They're putting more games across on every platform, so there's nothing to really whatever. These console generations is going to be more into the PC space. And you know, Sony and PlayStation and Xbox, they're going to keep putting games across on all platforms. We're seeing it happening right before your eyes. The only person that's melting down is only you. because you get console war like you used to do back then. All that shit is coming to an end. It's done now. It's a wrap. Now it's the handheld wars. What does the handheld wars is going to do? Absolutely fucking nothing. Steam, ROG Ally, and all these fucking shit, they can all play the same shit.
Industry, not everybody, but I almost think that in a lot of ways, what gaming became successful for originally was accessibility. About the fact that everybody could.
Accessibility. That's funny that you're holding up a Game Boy Advance because it's not accessible unless you buy a cartridge that is specifically for Nintendo. You can't do shit on there except for playing Nintendo Game Boy Advance games. There's nothing accessible about it. It is easy to pick it up and take it out of your pocket and play a game, but it's not accessible in the sense of, oh, can I go onto Nintendo storefront in the 3DS and buy my games and still do shit? Oh no, they shut down the storefront. If you've already bought the digital games, you can go on there and download it again, but you don't even have access to the storefront to buy any new games on the Nintendo Switch 3, Nintendo 3DS storefront. That shit sale. That shit has sale. Same thing for the Wii and the Wii U. You can't purchase any fucking Wii games on that console anymore. Unless you already purchased it and own it, then you could re-download the game again. But other than buying new games on there, on the Wii, you can't even do that anymore. What fucking accessibility are you talking about?
Could get a game, everybody could instantly figure out Pokemon, everybody could instantly figure out Final Fantasy.
Blah, blah, blah.
Easy to learn, but very, very fun to learn. Of this handheld, well, good news. The Game Boy Advance, when it came out, this was $70 when it came out. $70, and had thousands and thousands of games.
Okay, whoopee-doo.
And yeah, some of them sucked, but this had an incredibly good catalog. I almost feel like...
You know, and it's just like how you're sitting there saying about the Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, you know, the Switch is so amazing and all this shit, but you don't like the Switch 2, but you're still holding on to it. And you spent how much again? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's $500 something. And then plus whatever games that you spent $80, $70 more. Oh, yeah, that's up to about $600-$700. Almost to the equivalent of a PS5 Pro for $750. Yeah.
My contention with the ROG Ally.
But you still buy the PlayStation 5 Pro and the Nintendo Switch as well, too.
X and kind of just a lot of these really high-end devices right now is that I feel like they're trying to tell you, make more money, spend more money, give us more money for a product that isn't more fun. This is just a rambly off-the-cuff video. But
the product that isn't more fun. Well, it seems like you was having fun with that Nintendo Switch. Ain't that right, Dreamcast guy? Hold on,
hey there, gamers, Dreamcast.
That isn't fun. Let's go over here for a minute. Let me go over here for a minute. What you said is isn't fun. It ain't fun enough. Huh? It ain't fun enough. Let me see. Let me find that video real quick. Let me see. What games did you play on that Switch? Oh, you was complaining about it, but you still got the Switch. Oh, you're talking about the Direct and all the trash shit. But let me guess. Did you brought? Oh, look. You brought Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Hey there, gamers, Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're talking about Donkey Kong Bonanza, because right now it definitely seems like Nintendo needs a W. I mean, it feels like every headline about the Nintendo Switch 2 is...
Oh, Nintendo needs a W, so you went out and brought Donkey Kong Bonanza, you played it, and it seems like you're enjoying it, and you still holding on to that Switch 2. You didn't return it back, you didn't get your money back and stuff. Uh-huh. Yeah. Brother God. Telling you, bro, this is crazy out here, man. The grifting will never stop. Xbox is dead, all this bullshit. But yet, they're still making hardware. They're still making games. They're still around. They're still doing stuff. And PlayStation was supposed to be the market leader, you know, but Sony CEO said, no, we're going to follow what Xbox is doing. Even though PlayStation sells more consoles and they are supposedly the market leader, it's clearly they're not the market leader. So obviously that ship has sailed. So they're not the market leader. And they're following what Xbox is doing by doing what? Putting you know, games over there. Just like how how Xbox is putting games on your platform, right? Which they are. And guess what? They gonna be doing the same thing. PlayStation is putting games where? On their competitor. And it seems like it's been selling extremely fucking well. And it's doing very, very well. Oh, yeah. Helldivers 2 estimates suggest is selling extremely well on Xbox. So I'm guessing they're, you know, PlayStation, since they're the market leader, they're following Xbox footsteps. Even though Xbox didn't sell that much consoles, they didn't sell enough consoles. But they're following into Microsoft footsteps and Xbox footsteps by putting games where? Multi-platform. And they're doing the same thing here. Because if this rumor is fucking true, which I'm pretty sure it is going to start to come true, they're going to be putting more games on where? Onto the Xbox platform. But Sony's the market leader. Okay. Yeah, they're the market leader, all right. Yeah, they're... God. Wow. Sony PlayStation really taking charge of the gaming generation in this generation. Oh my God. Wow. I thought they was successful. I thought first party games was so successful. It sells extremely well on the PlayStation 5 platform. I thought they really did. But I guess that's not the case. Nope. But see how it is, man. This is crazy, bro. This is fucking crazy. So yeah, we're coming down to the end right here. So I'm pretty much done. I'm done ranting on this. I already ramble on about this. I'm done. This is crazy, yo. The glazing is unreal. You got two fucking idiots that's sitting there complaining about pricing and shit like this and how it's expensive, but then you got both of these fucking idiots that are spending way more than what you and me are spending. They're spending 10 times more than anyone else, and they're sitting here raging and upset, and they're crying, but yet Marlon Gaming's room is like well over spent 10K, and I'm pretty sure even Dreamcast guy has spent more devices well over 10K. 10K plus. I'm pretty sure that he spent well over $20,000. But they're crying and complaining about pricing and shit. One supposedly hates the Nintendo Switch 2 and regrets it, but still holding on to it and is still playing the game and also still paying Nintendo fucking money. And then you got Marlon the idiot that's saying, oh, you know, like, yeah, you know, I spent $6,000 on my PC and I spent a 5090 just to run my channel. But it's still you know what's powerful? You know what's powerful? That PlayStation 5 Pro. That right there is still fucking powerful. It's more powerful than your fucking 5090. I'm done. I'm done. Like, this is crazy. This is wild, bro. But anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in here and sticking around for me. If you enjoyed this video, at the end of this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate that. I got more videos on the way and stuff. I got 2 videos of these ready to go. I'm just gonna find a date to upload them and stuff and get that ready to go. I got more Starfield stuff. I even got Stalker 2. I need to start putting those together as well. So I got Stalker 2 gameplay as well. And also I'm gonna be working on this. I'm still working on this kind of stuff, so that's gonna be coming up. So yeah, we got more. We got more to come and stuff like that. You know, pause. Don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. I got more content on the way and stuff. So again, if you do enjoy, make sure you like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? You know, with the whole price hike, the Xbox handheld. Are you planning on getting it? I'm certainly planning on getting it. I want to get the white version. For me, that's something that I can afford. I'm not like Marlon Gaming, like, oh man, I gotta spend $900, man. I gotta spend out of my pocket, man. I got a gun to my head. Oh my god, like I gotta spend all this money. It's like, fuck. Oh man. Oh my god. Hey, if I overspend, you guys, hey yo, hey, I gotta put this channel in the back seat, you guys, yo. I gotta put it in the back seat. I can't afford it anymore. I need to go out and spend a 50-90 so I can run this channel. My small little fucking channel. I gotta get it. I gotta go spend that 50-90 money. I got to, you guys. It's gonna put me in the bind, bro. I'm gonna have to go out there and do some Uber Eats. Oh my god, this shit is funny. It is too funny, but hopefully you guys do enjoy the video, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. See ya. Oh god. Oh my god, this is insane, crazy.